scares the monsters looking in the dark. Gore and more team ready to embark.
What's going on, Gorehounds? And welcome to another fantastic episode of the Gore More Podcast. I'm your not so mean Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing the shit show in. However, I don't bring this shit show in alone. For with me, as always, are my beloved horror homies. Starting off with that Chad Daddy, all the way down from the Chattahoochee, but we like to call him that Dark Lord of Knowledge, Mr. Chad Christmas.
What's up, bitches?
We have the Duke of the Dead, the host with the Ghost, Lord Scubacabo, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
What's up, motherfuckers?
And you know him as that killing machine. However, we like to call him that delicious meat mountain, Mr. Bobby Amone.
Howdy, you fucks. Welcome.
Today is February 3rd, 2025. And, well, we're got our first fucking musical episode of Gore More in 300 episodes. So we're not singing.
We're not singing.
Well, we may. I don't know.
Maybe a little bit. Not like Attack the Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah, but that was just...
I will sing this over Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Come on, guys.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes felt really good, though.
It was all about puberty love.
It was. But no, we're talking 1986's Little Shop of Horrors, not the 1960s version, because, we wanted to put a little pep in our step and get a little music going. So this is a Chad Daddy pick. So, Chad, thank you for that. I haven't watched this. Yeah, we'll get there. I personally haven't seen this since I was a kid, so it was definitely a good rewatch because it's been a long fucking time. But before we discuss what we are here to discuss, we're going to talk about what we maybe did in the last weekend, or maybe what we didn't do. I don't know. So, Mr. Vasquez, if you could please.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your Slice of Life.
Hell yeah, brother.
I love
the mic away for that one.
I love that you push the mic away so you don't blow out our eardrums.
I was, I
was kind of prepared for that.
Trying to be a little bit more, thoughtful when I do it. So
that's appreciative. Thank you very much.
Just imagine his neighbors every Monday, just all of a sudden, just hear "Slice of Life" screamed at the top of his lungs. Like,
well, you don't know as they go like this, like he's giving it to the wife again every Monday.
Maybe.
Or it's the other way.
Fire off my Gallic gun.
Fucking right. Chad Daddy, the reins are in your hands, buddy. How was your weekend, homie?
It wasn't too bad, the week was all right. Then Friday, I did find another way to watch it aside from go to the theater. So I watched the new Wolfman movie.
Word.
And I got to say, I went in with super low expectations.
Fair.
And I enjoyed the fuck out of this movie. I'm not going to lie.
Nice.
That's fair.
And so my take on it is they changed so much of the lore for this that, it has nothing to do with like a full moon or a curse. It's a virus. To me, it seemed more like a Wendigo curse than a werewolf curse.
Yep.
Yeah, you could say that.
So it didn't need to be called the Wolfman because there's very little to do with wolves. It's really not a werewolf. It definitely even acted more like a Wendigo as far as like eating people.
I would disagree a little bit because I still think he acted very wolf-like, and there's two scenes in particular, and that's when he's gnawing at his own fucking arm, and when he spoilers fucking gnaws some other shit. Yeah, so that's just like a trapped animal, right?
Yeah,
and that's just like a trapped dog. So
that could just be a Wendigo kind of thing too. I really enjoy.
I liked the approach to the realistic over the mysticism of it personally.
Yeah, and I
don't need the moon shit. That's
for me. For me, some of the best scenes was where he was laying there and he's just starting to turn, and all of a sudden he can't understand a damn thing anybody's saying, and then it flips and it shows them talking to him and he's trying to reply and he can't talk.
Yeah, no, those scenes were that was an interesting take, and that I like those scenes a lot.
Yeah, so I messaged Brody right afterwards. I'm like, dude, I really like this, and he's like, cool. He's like, you think it'll be a Gormo pick this year? I'm like, possibly. I would review it.
I don't know how well it would be. So. Is it? This isn't technically with Dark Universe, is it? Because it is Universal.
I'm pretty sure this is the start of it.
I think it's supposed to.
They're trying to reboot it a little bit.
They want to make Frankenstein, which they've been talking about.
Well,
they're making Bride of Frankenstein right now.
The only reason I ask is because what's his name that just did Nosferatu, he's doing a werewolf movie, and that's also going to be made by Universal. So
But that takes place in like the 1400s too. That takes
Okay.
that's like really, really old school.
No, that's, I mean,
A precursor to
You-
this
Could,
film.
could be.
I just knew they were both Universal, so I was kind of conflicted on. I was like, well, what are we going to?
Oh, and another thing that I thought it kind of seemed more like a Wendigo is it mentioned like local
Native American.
native folklore about it.
And that's the only reason why it's called
only
Wolfman,
reason-
right?
I
because
think the
they're-
only
they're-
reason they went that route is how are they going to do the gypsy route like they did in the original? You know, so they just, well, instead of doing that, let's just do Native American. It works better.
But like I said, I enjoyed it. It still felt more like a Wendigo than a werewolf, but it was still a pretty cool movie. You know,
Nice.
I thought he still looked. He looked like a redesign though of the old Wolfman to me. You know what I mean? Like kind of snout,
What he looked
not
like-
as hairy,
Okay,
not
do
as
you
hairy.
remember-
sure.
not long after Wolfman came out, there was another werewolf movie called Werewolf of London.
Yeah.
Not American Werewolf of London, but Werewolf of London. It looked like that makeup a lot.
Okay. But no, I'm glad you liked it, dude. I know. I think out of all of us, you were probably the least low.
Yeah, I
want
thought for
to
sure it was
see
going to
it,
be the
though.
dumbest thing possible. I
Like
know
I said, it was
Scoobs-
better than Nosferatu.
I haven't seen that yet, so I can't have any. I don't have any opinions on that one. But.
Same.
Like I
I
said,
wasn't really
what-
looking forward to it. It looked too artsy for me anyway.
Wolfman is probably on the list for Friday for me and the missus, but we'll see.
Oh, give
Nice.
it a chance. I don't think you'll be disappointed, Bobby.
Well, we're between that and the two others that are out right now, so we'll see.
I heard
out right
Companion
now?
was really good.
Companion,
Companion.
I heard was
Companion,
decent.
and then Monkey is the other one we were thinking about. 'Cause
Monkeys.
I've actually heard good things about.
I thought that one comes out
Dude,
on the
that-
21st.
that
think
got
it's
a
out.
really good. That got a really good review from IGN. Even like they give it a 9.
Yeah, that's.
I thought that one
That's
came out
why.
the weekend of my birthday.
Let me make sure. Hold on.
Yeah.
Well, isn't there another Valentine's one dropping this weekend too?
Oh yeah,
Hard
Hard
Eyes.
Eyes. We were
Is it
thinking
Hard
about that
Eyes or
one,
is
too.
it Love? There's another one, isn't there? There's like 2 fucking Valentine's horror movies.
Oh yeah,
out
you're
there.
right. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. The 21st, but there were some people who saw it early and were like,
Oh,
this
it must
is
have been an
pretty
early
fucking
screening.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's
so
getting
I've
really
heard-
good. It's getting really good early buzz.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
so maybe it'll be either be Companion, Wolfman, or Hard Eyes. It's one of the two for us. But continue, Chad.
So yeah, there was that. Saturday. Oh yeah, I also filed my taxes and did my car registration. Dude, I had to freaking redo my car registration, right? And in Pennsylvania now, they don't send you a registration card anymore. You have to print your own. So I went
What?
up here. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, they haven't. They've that's been for years now. So I went to print it. And of course, I'm out of fucking black ink.
Ah, shit.
Oh,
So I had to go to the library the next day to print it out. God damn it. Let's see what else. My son was sick Saturday, so he didn't go bowling. So I didn't go bowling. We stayed home.
I was wondering why you weren't at bowling on Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, and I did download a little game that some guys recommended to me. A little game called Phasmophobia.
Hell yeah.
I am enjoying the hell out of that. Like
It's so
I
much fun. to
installed,
play.
dude. I installed Mortal Kombat 1, and I haven't even touched that yet.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I
just
mean,
haven't-
Phasmophobia is that game where it's so cheap, but it hits so hard for like.
Yes,
the
I
price.
was
Dude,
playing before I
it's
jumped
scary.
on
that
here.
game was scaring the shit out of me.
dude. The
It-
first
it-
night I tried to play, I was like, "This is 9 o'clock. I can't do this. It's too dark."
And that
I
was
was
I wasn't
doing
even
this
playing with the
tomorrow.
headphones on. I did that the next day, like you guys said. I need to have the headphones on.
Oh, it's
And I'm
worse.
sitting there walking through, and this fucking ghost starts singing a lullaby to me. I'm like, God, that's fucking frightening.
We died in every single game.
Fuck
that
yeah,
played
we did.
yesterday.
Almost,
Every
almost,
fucking game.
almost every.
I
Yeah.
think there
was-
was 2 games I didn't die.
There was definitely every game. There was at least one survivor, but not necessarily everybody. Made it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I'm
Fuck
gonna-
that lighthouse
I'm
level,
definitely-
dude.
I am
That
definitely
Lighthouse
hopping
level
on
was
with you
cool.
guys.
yeah.
Definitely hopping on with you guys this upcoming weekend. Maybe
Yeah,
sometime
no.
this week too. I don't know.
I'll hop on tomorrow night if anybody wants in. Honestly,
And if
I'm-
anybody's
maybe.
interested,
All
I'm
week,
pretty
let
sure
me
it's
know.
still on sale for $15 on
Yeah,
consoles and shit.
Dude,
Yeah.
I could not turn it down for that price. Even though it's
Yeah,
only
man.
20 normally. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
And the
15
game's
bucks?
been out for years, dude. But it doesn't matter. The fact that it just came to console in October,
Yeah, it only came to
it's like,
console.
all right, that's a whole
And
new
I'm
life breathed in.
I
I'm
did
so
tell the
happy
boys
that
I
was-
wish this game would be one of the games where you could spend real world money, because I would definitely spend real world money to buy shit instead of waiting to level up.
Yeah. No,
Oh, that's why you wanted to do it.
Yeah,
okay.
so that I could buy equipment because I'm like, oh, I'm so
I'm just saying,
limited.
I just want the Ghostbuster DLC pack, so I get a PKE meter in that bitch, dude. I'll fucking throw 10 extra bucks on that, Bones.
I was telling a coworker of mine about Phasmophobia today, and he was like, "Well, like, what happens?" I'm like, "You just get the hell out of there." Oh, so you just like say screw the next people and just leave the ghost there? I'm like, "Well, it's not Ghostbusters."
Yeah, no.
I wish you-
Ghostbusters is its own thing, dude. That's being able to do shit.
Well, and you're also going in there with the nuclear accelerator, like I'm good.
No, I don't know, man. Something about that game just hits that primal fear, dude. I don't
It
know what
does.
it fucking is, but it does it so well.
Oh,
It
You know what it
I
is?
really-
It's that low audible bass tone as soon as you go in that house. And
Listen.
it just sets you on ease right
Because
there.
it not only is it that low audible bass tone, what it is, it's like as soon you can be standing on the porch, and as
Mhm.
soon as you walk in, it's like no sound, nothing.
I
And it's-
hated it at
It's
first.
like, what the fuck?
And yeah, dude.
And I'm not
I'm
used
glad
to
you
it.
guys are enjoying it.
I'm not used to dead silence when I'm playing a game. I'm like, oh, where's that noise? Ain't no fucking noise.
And you get that good little whisper right behind your neck. It's like,
And I'm
like,
looking around my room and I'm like,
or you
nothing
or
can
you
get
hear a
in here.
door closing off in the distance.
And it's like,
or
I'm leaving.
opening.
Bye.
the best is when you see your buddy come down to see, like Steve came down to see me dead in the basement. And I was like, Steve, don't come down here. But he couldn't hear me. I was like, and Steve got too.
I
You know
got
what I mean?
right on the staircase.
Oh,
did.
that's great. So yeah, then I watched Little Shop of Horrors on Saturday, and Sunday was a lazy day. Oh, and
Hell
I let the kids watch this too, and they loved it. So yeah, win-win.
Solid.
Scuba Steve, how about you, buddy?
Let's see what I do. I didn't do much this weekend, man. I just kind of relaxed and kicked back. Friday night I worked at the bar. It was a slow night, so I just I was already tired because I came home. I didn't get to take a nap. Usually I get a little nap in, and I just did not get a nap in Friday. So went straight to work, came home, crashed out, woke up Saturday. What did I do Saturday? I don't think I did anything on Saturday. I just hung out here at the house a little bit, and then we went shopping for some things, and that was it. And of course, played Phasmophobia yesterday with John and Bobby for a little bit, and Damien ended up being our fourth since Chad Daddy was MIA. And the whole time we're playing, we're like, man, wish Chad was here. We
did,
like
too. We were
each
like,
of
"Where's
us.
Chad Daddy?
Yeah.
Each
Yeah.
day."
We had to go get stuff too. We had to go get groceries and go fill up our water jugs at the spring and everything.
Yeah.
It's all good.
But we had
That
fun.
was a couple hours.
And then after we got done playing the game, I had started smoking some ribs and sausage and fajitas and chicken. And so I was doing that while we were playing Phasmophobia, and then hopped off. We ate, and I was watching Little Shop of Horrors. Mel watched it with me. I don't know. She didn't say if she enjoyed it or not. She didn't really. She asked whose pick it was. I told her it was a Chad pick. She didn't seem surprised. So that's
I
not
hate
a bad thing.
musicals.
I don't
No,
know.
but it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But she didn't say whether she liked it or not. I did show her the original ending, and she loved that ending. She's like, "Why didn't it end like that?" And I agree, but we'll talk about that
Because they
later.
didn't
I'll
have
get
horror
into it.
people in the
In the screeners, yeah.
That's right. That's the
And
problem.
then today I had to go take my grandma to go do some stuff, and so I got home early from work, hopped on some Phasmophobia, did little missions by myself. Finally got like $500, so
Fuck
I
yeah,
bought a
get
whole
that
bunch of
money.
shit. Yeah, I bought a whole bunch of shit so I can contribute the next time we play, John, because I felt so bad.
You know what, man? Like it's you gotta get them
Thank you,
dailies,
Joe.
dude.
Yes, there's a lot of hate going my way.
So they're not from us.
No,
Yes,
not from us
yeah,
at all.
not
I
us.
love Chad.
Say just from Brody.
And possibly Mel. We don't know.
Oh, Saturday.
He
I
just
know what I
might have
did
been
Saturday.
indifferent about it. Who knows? You know.
I don't even know why. I wasn't home most of the day on Saturday because we filmed our first episode of Apex, the new
Oh,
wrestling
nice.
organization that I started. So
Ooh,
we
nice.
filmed the first episode of that and got some matches in, got some promos in. The cool thing about where we have the ring set up now, it's still backyard wrestling. But the cool thing about where we have the ring set up is it's off of like a main street. So as the matches were going on, people were stopping in their cars, like lining up down the street to watch the matches go on. There was people getting
Nice,
out and
dude.
standing at the gate and like Snapchatting and shit. And they were asking if it was okay. I'm like, yeah, come on. Like next time we film, come on in and, just bring a chair. You can sit around the ring and just watch the stupid shit happen. So it was really cool. And then, now I'm ready to talk about this movie. But first, we got to hear from Bobby.
Hi, I'm Bobby. Friday, I was home. I was making for the first time ever with the supervision of my mother, homemade sauce or gravy for
nice.
other Italians, and meatballs and stuffed rigatoni for dinner because Rebecca was coming over. So I made that. And my mom's like, "You made this better than me." I'm like, "We all know that's a lie, but I'll take it." It came out really good. I'm very proud.
You know
of
why
myself.
she said that? You know why she said that? Because she didn't have to do it, and that's why it tastes better.
Hey, how long?
Probably, yeah.
How long does your gravy simmer? By the way, how long do you let it cook?
This one was a 2-hour version. There's 2-hour version, and then you have a 4-hour version. Honestly, and my mother, she's like, the real difference is you're just letting it cook longer. It's there. Unless you're seasoning it differently, you're not always going to get something different.
Right.
Put it this way: if I made this and then I made one for 4 hours, you're not going to know the difference. You're just going to be like this. I need a fucking calzone to dip this in and drink.
I was going to say,
I do
the only difference I feel is like if you actually had like chunks of tomatoes or something, you know what I mean? They'd be way more stewed at that point. That's about it.
Yeah, and you would do that for like a lighter, not so thick sauce. This was thick, but it had a nice flow to it. So that's what I like. I don't like my sauces too watery, but
I don't like a watery sauce.
It was thick, but was it thick?
That's right.
No, it was not thick. It was thick.
What's up, Shadow Gator?
How's it going, man?
Hello.
Howdy.
But I did that. And then Saturday we had a birthday party for my 2-year-old little cousin. So we were at my uncle's house celebrating that with family and friends. And then Saturday night I was doing a little Phasmophobia 2, which I also downloaded last week. And yeah, I'm enjoying it too. I'm not going to lie. I was a little bitch the first day I played it. I'm sitting there and I'm like, I saw a pentagram on the floor and I saw a ghost go by and I said, this match is over.
And it cracks me up that like, especially you, Bobby, saying that you like the game scares you. Cause like I play it and I'm like, when I was playing it by myself, nobody was in the living room. I'm in the living room by myself. And I'm like, come here, you ghost. For like, I'm talking shit like I do when I'm on an actual investigation. Like I didn't do that with y'all last night because I didn't want to like ruin any evidence or anything that we were going to get. But like, I was talking so much shit.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, sometimes you got to call the ghost a cunt just to get it out.
Yeah,
it's okay. That's the best though.
Do you have to like yell at the ghost to get it?
No, dude. Sometimes you can literally just talk to the ghost. You're like,
I was trying that, and it wasn't just manifesting.
No. It'll do whatever. Like, so sometimes you need to blow it, have it blow out a candle, right? So you'll light a candle, put on a thing.
Yeah.
And you just have to ask it, hey, can you blow out that candle? And then all of a sudden, like right after you ask that, sometimes it'll just be like, phew. And then other times,
look at these guys affording candles in the fucking game.
Yeah.
I can't afford the candle yet. I can't afford the candle
camera.
And then like, go ahead.
There was the ghost that I was playing today. His name was Peter. So I kept walking in. I walked in. I was like, hey, Peter. And then I was just like walking around, like talking all this shit. And then I was like, show yourself, you fat fuck. And he appeared in front of me. And I was like, oh, shit. Fuck you. And then he disappeared. And then when he started hunting, I was running away. But then I turned around. And when I turned around, he stopped hunting me. So I was like, oh, you're a little bitch. So I kept letting him hunt me. And then I would turn around and be like, fuck you. Like I just kept talking shit to him and he never got me. So I unlocked that little, or not unlocked, but I checked that one off to where I escaped the hunt.
Nice.
So it was nice not to die because twice I played and twice I didn't die. So,
right, dude, like, you feel like a fucking champ after that.
Yeah.
Dude. Fuck yeah.
There was only one match that I didn't die, and it was when I was playing with you two, and all of a sudden John and I go into the bathroom, and John's like, "Oh, he's in here," and my flashlight started flickering. I'm like, "Oh shit, we gotta go!" And then all of a sudden, I hear, I'm like, "Well, sorry, John, my ass is going right out the front."
That's sometimes how it just goes. It's like, oh, he turned the shower back on. Oh God,
I'm dead.
Okay, but no, I'm
You-
having such a great time with this game. Not even a question.
no, I'm glad you guys are both enjoying it. It's I'm glad that this game has come back around too.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah,
like-
because it hit hard when it first came out, and I remember we were playing it and stuff, and then it just kind of died off. And I'm
yeah,
glad
other,
that it's on
other
console
games
now.
and shit, you know.
Yeah.
So.
I think Brody
No,
has it too.
Brody
Yeah,
has
does
it
he?
too.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
yeah. We're just we're helping that small production company do well.
Hell yeah.
Just the
Absolutely.
4 of us have purchased it in the last 2 weeks.
And we will be playing it tomorrow. I'll be on.
Yeah,
it.
so fucking I'm sure
But,
I'll be on it after this. So
Yeah. But that was it. Saturday. Sunday again, played with you boys. And I was getting a bunch of just stuff and shit done. And then I watched this movie, which I'm excited to talk about. And I'm going to leave it at that. We'll keep it simple. But yeah, I was with my fiance all weekend, friends and family, and playing with the boys. So it was a wonderful weekend as usual.
nice.
John, please.
Let's see. So besides that, I mean, we already discussed pretty much. I played Phasmophobia with the boys. So on top of that, Saturday we went to the movies. We saw that new movie Dogman. Because the daughter wanted to see it. It was fun. It was all right. It wasn't like overly hysterical, but at the same time, I laughed at a few things. So it's a good kids movie. Other than that, it was a pretty fucking chill weekend, man. And then, you know, I got to watch this movie on Sunday. Like I said, I haven't watched this in well over 30 fucking years. I mean, sure, snippets. And you know some of the, you know, if you know the songs, then you know some, at least the chorus lines of the songs, right? Like everybody knows the chorus of Little Shop of Horrors, at least that part, right?
Yeah.
Like most of the time you mention it to somebody, they instantly go into that song. Just, it's like Little Shop of Horrors. Yep.
Or
there it
Feed
is.
Me Seymour.
That one too.
That's a great song.
But other than that, man, just had a nice chill fucking weekend. It was like every weekend, it was way too short. And unfortunately, work came way too fast today. I was fucking exhausted. Slept like shit. I'm finally like awake at 7 o'clock at night. Like it doesn't make any.
That just means it's Phasmophobia time after we get done here, buddy.
Dude, at least for a little bit.
I
I
don't
mean,
have
I still got a
time.
bedtime. It's still weekday.
I was going to say, well, depending, maybe I will, but we'll see what time we finish.
Sweet. Molly, what's going on?
Aw, that's Big Joy and D sis.
Hell yeah. Brody said he never got rid of it, but they took my 5. Bro, they probably reset you right to scratch, man. I guarantee you're level 1 again. I could be wrong, but you never know.
Jesus Christ,
Wow.
Brody.
That is severe. Brody said these songs make you want to shit in his hands and clap. Ooh, that's dirty.
Oh,
All right. Well, fuck it. We're at that point. So let's discuss. We are talking 1986's Little Shop of Horrors. Chad Daddy, this is your pick. Plot rundown's yours, brother.
Released December 10th, 1986, shy amateur botanist Seymour tinkers his nights away in the basement of Mushnick's failing flower shop, hoping to create a fetching plant hybridization that will save the Skid Row business on the skids and his much-needed job. His only other work perk is working alongside floral designer Audrey, a lovely girl that looks for love but lands a sadist, or in Scrivello, DDS. Seymour's salvation falls to Earth in the form of a man-eating plant from outer space, Audrey 2, with the power to give poor Seymour everything he lacks in life. When Audrey 2's appetite becomes insatiable, Seymour must choose between the high life or the high road. Will Audrey 2 take over the world, or will Seymour and Audrey defeat it? Directed by Frank Oz, The Dark Crystal, and What About Bob?
Yeah.
What? I didn't know he did that one.
Uh-huh. And written by Howard Ashman, The Little Mermaid, Roger Corman, Frankenstein Unbound, Black Scorpion, and Charles B. Griffith, Not of This Earth, Death Race 2000. Produced by David Geffen, Beetlejuice, An Interview with the Vampire.
Wow.
Bobby.
Starring Rick Moranis, My Blue Heaven, The Flintstones, as Seymour Krillborn, Ellen Green, Talk Radio, Wagons East as Audrey, Vincent Gardenia, Death Wish, Moonstruck as Mr. Mushnick, Steve Martin, as if we don't know what he's been in. Three Amigos, great fucking movie. And Cheaper by the Dozen as Orin Scrivello, there we go.
DDS.
DDS.
Yes, doctor.
Levi Stubbs, the Four Tops, Captain N, the Game Master, as the voice of Audrey. Is that supposed to be Audrey too? There's only one there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Sorry.
Okay, just
Audrey one.
Jim Belushi, Red Heat, K9 as Patrick Martin. John Candy, The Great Outdoors, Spaceballs, Barf is the best. Wink Wilkinson and Bill Murray, Scrooged, Kingpin, and a million others as Arthur Denton. Total body count of 3.
Fuck it. I have never seen that Frankenstein one Bob's talking about. Have you guys?
No, haven't seen it either.
Or I mean that Brody's
Wait.
talking about.
Frankenstein Unbound.
Oh, Unbound?
Mm,
I've seen it once, but it's been a while. It was pretty good when I last remember it.
maybe. But it's
Word.
I
been-
think that was in the 90s. Am I wrong?
Isn't that almost like a superhero kind of movie?
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up because I don't even.
I'm
I've
gonna
never
do
even
it
heard of
now. Yeah.
Scoobs, you want to take over?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh,
All right,
yeah, it was
music by Miles Goodman, Teen Wolf. Dunstan checks in. I love both of those movies. Cinematography by Robert Patner, Superman 2, An American Werewolf in London. 2 more movies I love. Edited by John Jimpson, King Ralph, In and Out. Effects and makeup by Lyle Conway, The Dark Crystal, The Blob.
Hell
First version
yeah.
of The Blob.
I'm assuming 80s Blob.
Yeah.
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 Distributed by Warner Brothers. Runtime of 94 little man-eating plants. MPAA rating PG-13. Budget $25 million. And it grossed to $54 million. Let's generally discuss, my boys.
All right.
This
So
was-
I
this was
believe
fun.
this was Bobby's first watch.
Yes.
All right, Bob.
Take it away, buddy.
Yeah, I was say floor is
Oh,
yours,
well,
man.
Oh, well, look, I mean, I knew of this movie. I knew it was not a horror. I knew it was comedy with the bits of horror, which to me is what it was. It was comedy with the bits of horror thrown in. It was great. It was great in the sense of it knows what it is, but it does it so well. Rick Moranis, A+ with his acting, of course. John Candy and his small cameo. I would have loved to have seen him actually a little bit more. Bill Murray stole the show. Steve Martin, fucking, I will never hear the term DDS the same ever again. Everybody in this movie was great. I love the design of Audrey too. The voice. I love the musical numbers in this movie. It was just so much fun. I had more fun with it. And I enjoyed every part of it. So, but what I will jump to also, since I'm talking about, is Steve also showed us. Well, you all saw it before. I saw the original ending that they wanted, and then I saw the theatrical. For me personally, I like the theatrical ending. To me, for this movie, in my opinion, I feel it works because then we also see a little Audrey at the end. So it's like, I like that it's just that one. We know there's going to be more of them. I like the original ending, but I like the theatrical one of this movie. I felt like it worked perfectly for those characters. It didn't, not that the original was bleak. It's the bleaker of the two for something like this for me. The theatrical ending was perfect. And I like both, but I think that was perfect for this movie, to be honest.
So here's what I did not find out until I was in probably, I don't remember, it was 8th or 9th grade. So, of course, I had seen this movie multiple times as a kid. I loved this movie. I never saw the play. They put on the play. I had to have been a freshman in high school. So we went to watch the play, and it was a completely different ending than what I was used to. And come to find out that the ending is supposed to be the way it is in the play, where Audrey dies, and it's not a happy ending. Seymour does not get his happy ending in the original version of Little Shop of Horrors.
Okay.
So the happy ending that he gets is specifically only for the movie version of this story that they tell. Now, of course, the original ending for the movie was this really big budget fucking scene of destruction that had kaiju plants and they were destroying the world, which is fucking awesome.
Oh yeah,
It was so great. And then that one scene where you see, and I don't know if it's Audrey 2 or not. They all laugh the same, so I assume they're just all Audrey 2. We're just gonna call them all Audrey 2. But
That's
one
how
of the
they were
Audrey,
sold. So
yeah. So one of the Audrey 2s goes up to one of those smokestacks and just puts its mouth over the smokestack and just fucking blows up the damn warehouse.
I thought it was about to take a bong hit.
Yeah,
dude.
so did I. That's what I thought. I thought
What
it
is
was
happening?
but no, it blew it up. So I was like, holy shit. But yeah, it blew my mind that was the way that the play actually ended. I didn't know that it had a completely different ending because I was always sold the theatrical version of the happy ending. And
see, I didn't find that. I found out about the director's cut ending when it was when like DVDs first hit it big, and I got this. I don't remember why I got this magazine in the mail. I think it was talking about Creature from the Black Lagoon or something. In the back, they had a DVD review. It was the first DVD pressing of Little Shop of Horrors that had the original ending included as an extra, and they showed pictures of it. And then they said, well, this is no longer available. It was immediately taken off the market because I'll get into it further, but they were holding off on releasing it because the version that was on the disc, it was in black and white. It would look like shit. And David Geffen wanted to put out a better version of it and integrate it back into the movie, which eventually they did, but that didn't come out until 2012.
Oh no shit. Okay.
Yeah, and you can still it's still out there and available if you guys are looking for the Blu-ray for the director's cut.
And see, for me, with the theatrical ending, I'm not gonna lie. I saw, like I said, I like that one just a little better for the movie's sake again. But I thought at the end of that, when I saw the little Audrey, I'm like, oh. And then I saw the original, and I'm like, oh, but see, there could be the sequel right there. Audrey's just pop up, but nobody knows that they're not being sold. For me, I would have been like, oh, that's a perfect Shop of Horrors 2. That's what I was thinking when I saw it.
It still has that 1950s sci-fi ending.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
either way,
that's
way you look at it, right?
Yeah.
Like I liked in the what do you want to call it? The director's cut ending, whatever the fuck. I like that it not only gives you the end question mark and then exclamation point and then another question mark. It just keeps going, and I'm like, yeah, I dig that.
What I dig about it is the fact that it brings up that this wasn't an isolated incident. While this was happening in the movie that we were watching, it was happening in other cities too.
That's true.
Yep.
So it wasn't that.
But was it
plant.
Instantly, or was it as soon as like Audrey?
I think it was all happening at the same time.
Because I wasn't sure how to take that. I just took it as maybe like Audrey ate them, and then somebody came along and.
No, I
like,
think
yeah,
I think the total eclipse was their way of making it to Earth, and it was more than just one. Kind of like Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense.
This is like a toned down version of the Day of the Triffids, where the whole world just gets taken over by them.
So I gotta say, man, like if you've never seen this movie, the puppeteering in this movie is fantastic. And if you don't like Muppets or anything like that, I can get, maybe you don't care for the craft and shit. But dude, I'm just saying the full out puppetry of this entire like plant,
very impressive.
Oh,
it's
even by today's
awesome.
standards.
Yeah.
For 1986, that's holy shit, man.
I mean, and they put their heart and their soul into making these things, though, like into making Audrey 2, and every version of Audrey 2 just, it gets bigger and bigger, but more and more detail goes into making it, and it just looks absolutely amazing. It looks nothing like a puppet. You actually believe that this thing is a giant plant that's growing, even when he's fucking like singing, up and moving around and singing and shit.
The details in the inside of the mouth where it looks like it's all flowery and shit.
The colors.
I was just gonna say, just the movement of the lips alone when it's doing stuff is just insane. Like,
and you know what?
I also love that.
What other scene was kind of cool too is when he's singing his dentist song, and you get the view from the inside of the mouth.
Oh,
that
shot.
That was super.
Always been one of my
cool.
favorites.
It's gross, It's awesome. Like, it's funny.
They also did that same shot in Dr. Giggles coming from inside the mouth.
Yeah,
but it was done better in this one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it was done
Gig-
way better here. Not even a question.
Giggles was just a throwaway movie completely.
Oh yeah, still great.
I just want to know. I wish I could see the actual size of that dental equipment that he was holding for that scene. Because clearly it's like way oversized, but it would just be funny to see that in normal view.
But also, I know we were talking about the colors that these guys used on Audrey. That's some of the best color palette on a creature I've ever seen,
And it
of any
and
sort.
it works. Like this, it wouldn't work for a legit. I mean, maybe it would, but like
It depends.
I feel like if you wanted like a normal scary horror movie, you'd have to like change the lighting completely, right? Like show less of it a little bit, things like that.
Yeah.
Still could work, but just with the overall feel of this movie, the fact that it's a musical now, not unlike the original.
I'm a little surprised that nobody has mentioned how shitty the sets were, though.
They were, but they weren't.
But they weren't.
They're,
That's
intentional. They're intentionally that way.
I was gonna say that feels.
Yeah, I was gonna say they look
It
the
feels like 1950s musical movie.
Skid
That's
Row.
exactly how it feels. That's how to me it should.
I'm glad you
feel.
guys got that.
No, yeah, man, like 100%. And it
Well,
just,
it's like when you watch a musical, when you go and you see a show live.
yep.
It was like just watching one of those on screen in a movie format. So I loved that. I did love. There was just way too much fucking singing in it for me. Like the songs slap. Don't get me wrong. The songs are great, but there's just way too much fucking singing.
I mean, it is a musical.
I know, but fuck.
yeah.
I feel like in most of the songs we actually get probably more from the three ladies that are our scene setters.
Gina,
I love
hey.
them. Their singing was
You
great.
say there's way too much singing, but like I swear, 75% of the songs are in the first half of the movie.
They are. Because, dude, once you get to like the Bill Murray scene and stuff, then there's like nothing for a long time until maybe the Suddenly Seymour song. I think would be like the next in rotation.
Yeah,
And I love that Bill
because
Murray
that's
scene.
that's after when he
I
kills.
fucking love that Bill Murray scene because it's the masochist meets the fucking
sadist,
sadist. It's
Dude,
fucking great.
The best acting came from the guest stars like him and Steve Martin
Candy.
and
Yeah.
fucking John
Dude.
Candy.
Martin killed it as his character, man. Like fucking just
Yes.
this Elvis weirdo narcissist.
He was
Dentist.
having the time of his life doing that role too. You could tell.
I'm just saying, man, how come that hasn't been a cosplay yet, dude? Where you're going as him as the dentist in like the fucking gas mask tanks with the fucking that's a fucking cosplay right there, man.
Oh, with somebody dressed up as Bill Murray next to you, just giving you all the praise
Dude,
in
if
the
I'm
world.
dressing up as Bill Murray from this, there's no way at one point I'm not just like just dumping tile balls out of my mouth. Dude. But no, like just even him setting up his own scene of him standing in the chair, just all like giddy and
Oh
excited.
my god!
And the funny thing is that is 100% ad-libbed.
I was gonna say I was gonna ask that because it felt like that, and I'm fine with it, right? Because that sometimes is Bill Murray's best work.
That is, yep.
But oh my god!
Well, and the
dude.
funniest part is remember this was also now 2 years he wasn't acting at this point, so for him to just come in and do it, like that's a professional, ad-libbed or not. He came in, probably did it in a couple hours, and said, "Okay,
but
bye."
it's just it's funny how Steve Martin's character though is just so upset that this dude's actually all for the pain. He's like, bro, you're ruining this for me, man.
Yeah.
That's why when he's got to go back out, he's like, does this scare you? Yeah, good. Get in there.
Did y'all recognize the nurse?
Ooh, should I have?
No. Yeah, who was it?
Should I have?
She was in Harry Potter. Mel recognized her from Harry Potter. I don't know who she played in Harry Potter, but Mel recognized her as one of the professors in Harry Potter. I recognized her from Dennis the Menace.
Wait.
Is she Mrs. Wilson?
Yeah, she's Mrs. Wilson.
Well, I just watched Dennis the Menace the other
Mrs.
day too,
Wilson?
and I am not.
What? Wait. I gotta look at that.
You know what, man? I'm not gonna lie. Dennis the Menace is very 90s humor, but at the same time, I still chuckled my ass off watching.
Unless I'm mistaken, but I could have swore it was her.
I mean, come on, Christopher
I
Lloyd
could've
in
been.
that movie makes me fucking chuckle.
Possible. It's about the time. Oh, Christopher Lloyd's all dirty as
Oh,
fucking
no, that is not.
Oh no, it's not her. It's not her.
No, that's
It looked like her, though.
she's from End of Days. She's from Harry Potter. She's done a lot.
Who was she in Harry Potter then?
Hold on.
Was she the?
She was the
professor.
One plant professor.
Yes. Okay. That's what I was thinking.
The fact that I know that, I'm like, how do I know that?
Oh, so she's. Oh my God, she's
That's
the
what it
bitch
was.
that-
Yeah.
She's the bitch that recently said that people that love Harry Potter need to grow up or something.
Yeah, she's.
Oh,
Well, that
fuck
wasn't
her.
recently. She said that a few years ago. But
Fuck
yeah.
her.
It's like, bitch, you still getting residuals on that shit? Shut the
Yeah.
fuck up. What do you do?
Yeah,
What?
seriously.
Shh. Yo, let that money come in. What are you talking about?
Miriam Margolyes.
Little shop of heart. God damn it, it's in my head. Fuck.
It's gonna be all week. But no, I mean, all in all, I feel like this movie was a fun movie. Chad watched it with his kids. It's
Hell
an
yeah.
easy one you could watch with the family.
Oh, dude, the one scene though, right when the dentist and Audrey went back to his apartment, he's like, "Okay, get that door open, you little slut," and he
Yeah.
hits her, and I'm like, "Oh, my kids are here. I didn't want them to see that."
Yeah.
Just him yelling at her and calling her a slut. I'm like, ugh, that's a little uncomfortable to see in front of the
I'm
kids.
not
at least
gonna
he
lie,
did
I was not expecting that one. I was like, whoa.
So, like, all in all, Seymour really didn't kill anybody in this
No.
movie. The dentist killed himself
Yeah.
with the gas, and the manager just happened to like walk into the plant. Like Seymour didn't like push him in there or anything like that.
But he was leading him into it.
He
Yeah,
was
he
He
thinking
leaned
of,
into it, but
I'm
He
not
led
saying he
him
wasn't.
into it purposely.
yes,
he
but
was
how
thinking about it, but then I
Yeah.
still feel like Audrey too got the jump on it regardless.
Yeah, but he
Right.
may as well push him in himself.
Yeah, but come on, you're in a room with a plant that big. You don't think you're gonna get a little bit from it?
Yeah, but
Regardless-
Mushnick didn't know that it was
He's
eating
beating at
people. Yeah.
But then that's his own fault. I'm trying to make stupid shit up.
Well, no, he told him he would have. I mean, he was trying to wheel and deal a little bit too. He's like, "Yo, man," he's like, "I'll cover your ass. Just leave the plant." You know what I mean? He was trying to get that money.
So who got the dentist got eaten,
the dentist,
Mushnick got eaten.
Mushnick,
Mhm.
and
Yes.
that's it.
That's all.
So who's the
Yeah.
third death?
The plant.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I mean, he is as much as a character as anybody
Yeah,
else. In the movie,
true.
So I was also kind of wondering that. I was like, "What's your third death?" But I didn't think
I was
so.
waiting for you guys to ask that.
I was gonna wait till
yeah.
we got there.
But no, all in all, like I said, it's a fun movie. It's
This
obviously it's not
used to
gonna
play,
ever be everybody's taste. but-
this used to play on a regular rotation in HBO when I lived in Texas.
yes, dude.
And
Yeah.
I
remember
watched
this on
it every
HBO all the
fucking time.
time.
That's what I'm saying.
Probably-
As a kid, this movie was one that, and like I told Brody, I put this movie in the nostalgia folder with Neverending Story, The Labyrinth, Dark Crystal, like that. It's all in the same folder with this movie.
Which
I
is
will say
fair.
I had a little epiphany watching it this weekend because I'm pretty fucking sure this is the movie where I got the saying "tough titties" from, and I've said that my entire fucking life. And I've
that's
never
tough
knew
titties,
where I
kid.
fucking got that from, dude. And then when I watched it, and he said it. I said, "Excuse me," and I rewound it, and I go, "Wait a minute!" I go, "Is this where I got it from?"
where I got it.
That's
I'm gonna
great.
say it is. So
Headcanon.
Tough
It is.
titties.
fucking right, dude. And you know what? He swears a lot more in the director's cut ending than he does in the actual movie. I would think. I like towards the end, right before he kills Seymour. Not like right at the end, but you know what I mean. Other than that, is there anything else you boys like to discuss? We
No,
talked
but holy
about how
shit,
the
dude! I was listening to the soundtrack on the way to and from work today.
Did anybody
Nice.
ever watch the cartoon?
No,
No.
No.
What?
I kinda
There was a
wanna watch the
cartoon?
Yeah, it was
the
on
original
CBS.
version. I never
yeah, it was just
watched
called like Little Shop or something.
Yeah, it was called
Little
Little Shop.
God damn it.
I mean,
I do talk about it in my show notes, by the way.
I see. I remember watching Attack of the Killer Tomatoes cartoon show, but I do not
Dude,
remember.
there was even a fucking board game of this called Feed Me, where you fed marbles to a little Audrey 2 plant.
That sounds kind of familiar.
But dude, just for the hell of it, I looked for it on eBay yesterday. It goes for like $300 to $400 fucking dollars.
Goddamn.
Shit.
Yeah. Did it drop out when the movie came out? Oh, okay. That kind of explains it. All right. Interesting. Well, I know we're a little earlier, but at the same time, if nobody else wants to bring anything else up at the moment.
Hey, believe me, I've got like 7 pages of show notes behind.
No, I know you do.
I got a ton.
I'm just anticipating. I just want to hear Brody's take on this.
I
know we're all positive, so we'll bring in Brody and see what he has to say. Maybe we can counteract what he has to say. Maybe not. Whatever.
Be ready to laugh.
The Doppelganger Kangabanga is on now.
Starring the Kangabanga from the land down under. Snip, fucking snip, cunt.
Howdy folks, it's your Kangabanga back for another episode of Gore and More, and this week I'm here to talk to you about A Little Shop of Horrors. This is definitely not my cup of tea by fucking any means at all. I fell asleep through half of this fucking movie, and then once I woke up, the movie was over, and I was cheering, celebrating, and then I realised, I better go back and watch the half that I fucking fell asleep through. That definitely put a damper in my day, might I say. But yeah, this is definitely not my cup of tea by any fucking means. Like, this is pretty much exactly what I hate in a fucking horror movie. I'm not a big fan of musicals, but the music in this, for me personally, was absolutely fucking garbage. And I'm not really wanting to, absolutely take the piss and shit all over this fucking film as much as I really want to. I wanted to smash the fuck out of my laptop after I'd finished this movie. So I do apologise to the person who fucking picked it this week, but yeah. But in saying that, if I had to find the positives about the movie, it does have a cameo by John Candy, and that alone is fucking far better than this whole goddamn entire fucking movie. The acting of our lead, Rick Moranis, he was actually alright. I could not stand that bitch talking. Her voice just made me want to fucking gouge my ears out and go off my fucking 3KZ. The set design in this movie was actually pretty damn decent to an extent. The practical effects of the creature itself were great. I'm not a massive fan of the overall design of that. To me, it just doesn't resonate with me. But the puppeteer work on it was actually done pretty extremely well. I'm really trying to compose myself right now and not shit all over this fucking movie, but it is extremely hard for me if you cannot tell by the expressions on my fucking goddamn face.
Not good, Brody.
I'd nearly have to say that this is up there with Killer Tomatoes for me personally. I don't give a fuck what anyone says or anyone says about me. This movie was absolute trash. Fuck me. I don't even understand the love and fucking for it. Like, I just don't understand the love for it. I really don't. I've seen this film years ago, and back then I fucking hated it, and then I thought, it's been a while, I can't really remember bits and pieces of it, I'll give it a shot, go in with an open mind, put it on tonight, and in the fucking first 15 minutes I was like, if this is the ride we're going on, fuck me. Here we go. Angry Brody's going to come out to play. And maybe show us a little bit more fucking gore, yeah? You're feeding people to this plant. Maybe cut their fucking limbs off and start, showing us a finger here or two when it's a fucking baby plant, and then as it gets bigger and bigger, give it the whole fucking thing, obviously, as we do see, but more blood, more guts fucking there, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's not that fucking hard, is it? So yeah, I'm done talking about this movie, because the more that I think or talk about it, the more of rage fills me up inside, and I just want to wipe this fucking room clean and go off my fucking titties. So yeah, to get this over and done with, Gore and More's score of a 0.5. I praise it for the candy, the puppeteer work. 0.5 seems fucking fair for this fucking film. And saying that, this is your Kangabanga signing out. So yeah, love all y'all. Next week, I dare say I'll be a lot more happy with any fucking movie other than this one. So Looking forward to hearing what you
You
guys
say
have to
that.
say.
I don't know.
Catch you
It's Alien
next week.
Romulus,
Cheers.
so
Wait, Romulus is next week?
yep.
Ooh. I like.
I think
I really saw it the once.
Why do I remember him saying he liked that? I could be wrong. Probably. Yeah.
I liked it, but I only watched it. Like I said, I haven't seen it since theaters. So.
See, I liked it coming out of
Yeah,
the theater,
me neither.
and then the more I thought about it, the less I liked it.
Oh, I'm not saying there's not definitely like cringy parts, but overall,
Well, there are some.
I think overall, I think it was.
You bitch.
Yeah, that was dumb. But overall, I think it was pretty enjoyable. I don't know. We'll discuss
And,
that.
and we get to shit all over the hybrid.
Yeah.
See, that's where you lost me at that movie, dude.
See, now we're already hating on it, and we're not even talking
God
about it.
damn it.
Talk about this movie.
I'm thinking.
Wait till next week. Wait till next
of this
week.
movie and the fucking 11 pages of notes.
You're right, but let me just say this:
Okay, I was ready.
I hate that scene I hate that part in that movie so much that I almost kind of always forget about it. So I always think of the first 2/3, and I'm like, nah, man, that was pretty fucking solid. But then you bring that shit up, and I'm like, fuck me, dude. That's where it ruined it. God damn it. I blinked it out like bad PTSD, dude. Like
It's like the show. It's like the TV show Supernatural. The next to last final episode was the way it should have ended, as opposed to like the final episode.
fair. I never watched the ending of that. So, all right. Well, that was 0.5 from Mr. Doppelganger Kangabanger, Brody Kane. Thank you for that. We apologize. You know what, man? We've all had to sit here and watch a movie we didn't like at some point. So, it just happens.
Yeah, because I'm as much as you guys love I Saw the Devil, I absolutely hated that movie.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's like it just goes hand in hand.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know why. I just hated it.
That's
Stan,
how I
fuck
and
Stan
that's-
Helsing.
And that's how I felt about Texas Chainsaw 2, and everybody else loved that. So
I don't remember
that's
what
how it
movie I
goes.
hated that. I don't think I've had one.
That's how I felt about
You
the
didn't
Friday
like
remake,
Exist.
but, you know.
And I remember a lot of like you and Anthony didn't care for that one, but the other two boys liked it. I remember.
Which one was that one?
That was the Bigfoot
Bigfoot
one.
movie.
Yes,
I
Oh,
love that one.
that was.
I love that one.
Wasn't it the?
I
final
liked
yeah.
that one.
Joe?
Anthony didn't
Yeah.
like that one.
Oh, maybe it was. I
Yeah.
thought you didn't like it.
Yeah,
I
no,
thought you were
I
kinda-
was like, it wasn't bad. Like I didn't hate on it.
Speaking of Bigfoot movies, what do you guys think about Tit Squatch?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
first
that
Gore
needs to
Moore
be
film
made.
being
It's
made.
dirty.
Tit Squatch.
Oh.
It's awesome.
You send it to Brody.
I
That
went
needs to
I
be
went all out
made.
with Chat
That was-
GPT on that. Holy shit, dude! That
Oh my
Fuck
god!
All right.
his description of it.
It is. It's something. All right.
He's like, I'm pitching a little tent. That ain't right.
That's what I said too. I'm like, yeah, this is not right. I can't read this no more.
No worse than hand job cabin.
Chat GPT really, like, they went way far beyond what I was even expecting it to turn out like.
Because it wasn't ChatGPT, it was just some weirdo on the other side, just right before you, dude. He was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm onto this shit."
That guy's probably like, I have written this movie years ago. Here's what it is.
Right? He already just here you go.
He's like, it's my time to shine. You're like, hey
No,
Randy.
That's
You're like,
like
hey
the
Randy,
guy.
I think this is your
that's like
area
the guy
right here,
in-
buddy.
Yep.
Randy,
It is
didn't
dirty
you have
Randy.
didn't you have
That's
something
like that guy in South Park where he goes, "It's man, bear, pig, tit, squatch. I've had this
Right.
written."
Alrighty. Well, if we are done generally
Okay.
discussing, I'm going to hand the reins over to Chad Daddy because I know that motherfucker's got a plethora of knowledge to drop today.
Would you say I have a
plethora.
plethora?
What's that?
Would you say that I have a plethora?
That's the second Three Amigos mentioned today. That's great. As part of the film's promotion, the Audrey 2 plant was occasionally interviewed in character by the press. On at least one occasion, the interview concluded with Audrey 2 eating the interviewer.
That's awesome.
I want to say,
Oh, God,
dude,
that's
I want to
great.
say I remember one of those interviews.
See, that I don't remember, but I
saw it-
definitely,
Talk about
I definitely
promotion.
remember Kane Hodder going on Arsenio. as
Arsenio,
Jason.
yeah, I remember that.
That
But I
was
want to say I
fantastic.
remember an interview with Audrey too, where he ended up eating whoever was interviewing him, and I was like, "What the shit?"
See, I just remember the Ninja Turtles on Oprah. And it was
I hope
weird.
it was Sally Jesse Raphael because fuck her.
I don't remember who it was.
I'd want them to be on like the Today Show, but I don't think like that group was working then. So you can eat Matt Lauer.
No.
Al Roker's always been on there, so they can eat him.
Al Roker's been there since the 50s, so it's fucking. Oh, fucking A.
Wardrobe and props were obtained from New York thrift shops in order to attain a period realism. The most difficult items to find were garbage cans, so set decorator Tessa Davies drove around in a truck filled with new cans, and whenever she saw an old one outside of someone's home, she stopped and offered to trade them.
Hey, that's nice. Good way to
Interesting.
get your props.
Yeah, right? Huh.
I didn't even know that trash cans like that weren't available in the 80s.
Well, I mean, 30 years.
I mean, I don't
difference.
think-
You always see in those old movies and shit, there's 10 trash cans and like
Yeah.
like Oscar the Grouch and shit. I thought they were still around.
Oh yeah, but was this supposed to take place in the 80s or was it supposed to
No,
take
it's in the
place
60s.
60s?
The
Yeah.
60s. 60s. Okay.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, because they're still talking about President Kennedy.
Down on Skid
Oh, you're
Row.
right. That's right. Okay.
Frank Oz originally wanted the Greek chorus to be highlighted by a spotlight whenever they appeared, but this proved to be impractical as the light would spill over onto the other actors. He did manage to have them magically remain dry during the rainstorm in the title number.
I somehow didn't notice that, but
I
that's
didn't even know
So when Mel saw the chorus,
yeah.
Mel saw the chorus, she's like, "Is that the mom from Everybody Hates Chris?" I said, "Yes, that's the mom from Everybody Hates Chris." And I said, "Did you ever watch the show Martin?" She's like, "Yeah." I said, "And that's Gina, the lights."
Oh shit! It is.
It's fucking Gina.
the other,
yeah.
She was also in Martin too. The mother from
Oh yeah,
Everybody
yeah. She was the best friend. Yeah, she was in
All I
Martin
know
also.
is that woman can act.
Yeah.
Because in Everybody Hates Chris, I
Yes.
fucking hated her so fucking
Oh
much.
my god.
They were in House Party
She
also.
pissed me
I believe
off.
they were in the first House Party movie together.
Oh man, this
But-
shit makes House Party 2 looks like House Party.
House Party 3.
Shut the fuck up.
But the only one, see, and I remember seeing those two together in a lot of other film projects, but the third girl was never. This is the only movie I ever saw like her in. So I don't know.
All right.
The dentist's office originally was more grungy and blood splattered, but those details did not go over well with test audiences. The set was cleaned up and the scenes reshot for the final film.
I could actually see that for the dentist.
I mean, I guess
I don't know
60s
why.
dentist maybe, but like today's dentist, you wouldn't be able to get away with that. So
That makes sense.
Yeah,
It makes sense to me
today's,
that they
yeah.
would have to clean that up because you want to see a clean, sterile dentist.
right, yeah, it's a doctor's office. So
Yeah.
it's, you know, right.
The dental tools used in Dr. Oren Scrivello, DDS, office during Bill Murray's famous scene would again appear in Batman. They're the tools used on Jack Nicholson's Joker after he fell into the chemicals. Coincidentally, The Little Shop of Horrors 1960 was Nicholson's first movie role in which he plays the masochist patient.
What? I didn't know
Oh,
that.
shit.
You guys didn't
Wow.
know that?
I never watched.
I
the
didn't
original.
know that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I never did. I forgot.
By the
that
way,
was directed by one
the
of them.
original movie also does not have a happy ending.
Good.
So not for nothing, but it shouldn't. I mean, if you're gonna make a deal with the devil, more than likely you're not gonna get out of there with.
I mean,
good
there
graces,
it
you
is
know?
further on down in my show notes that I talk about that.
Yeah, okay.
Mean Green Mother from Outer Space is the first Oscar-nominated song to contain profanity. As a result, when the song was performed at the Oscar ceremony by Levi Stubbs, it was edited, replacing the more risque lyrics with lyrics cut from the final film, but they're included on the film soundtrack.
Okay. I gotta look up. Does he voice? I know you guys haven't probably watched because in Harley Quinn, there's also a plant, dude, and the dude who does the voice sounds very fucking close to this.
I think Levi
Right.
Stubbs died years ago.
Yeah, no, he did.
Yeah, so it's definitely not him.
So,
But
it's
they
just,
probably use whoever's voicing.
yeah,
the
it's
plant
just mimicking.
obviously mimics.
Because as soon as I heard this, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, this sounds exactly like that one.
But dude, I didn't realize that he did the voice of Mother Brain on Captain N.
Yep, I see that.
I
right
just
here.
thought that was somebody trying to sound like him.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bill Murray's scene in the waiting room was filmed as scripted, but there was virtually no dialogue when his character got into the dentist chair, except for ecstatic cries of pleasure. Over the course of the 2 days that he filmed, Murray kept riffing various ad-libs, which presented a challenge for the editor to assemble a coherent version of the scene.
I can see that. Dude, his little spiel while he's going off, while he's like putting the cotton in his mouth and he's talking about
He's just talking about all the different dentists he sees.
yeah,
on
the
a
old
daily
dentist. He's like,
basis.
yeah, she's blind as a bat, but she could kind of, Once she feels it, she knows where you're at.
That ain't right.
At
But it's
the
great.
At the time of its release in 86, the film was the most expensive production by Warner Brothers Entertainment. With a budget of $25 million, it even surpassed Aliens, which had a budget of $18 million and was shot in an adjacent stage at Pinewood Studios.
What?
Damn.
This costs more than
Is it even
Aliens?
possible?
That's James Cameron we're talking about. That boy gets money regardless.
The reason it cost more is because of they had to reshoot the ending.
Oh, that's true. That ending, though, like as good as it was, that's just all that wasted money in production and props and fuck. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah,
That's like blowing up a helicopter and wasting 3/4 of your budget.
That is one of the best stories ever. I will
Fucking-
never get over that.
Right?
Fucking- the best part of Killer Tomatoes was that fucking helicopter.
Yeah, puberty love.
Yes, yes.
The young girl leaving the dentist's office with her jaws wired shut before Bill Murray's scene is Heather Henson, the daughter of Jim Henson.
Oh, nice.
Bill Murray giving her the 20 questions. What was it like? That's where they gotta take your jaw off.
So, Bobby, you said you wish John Candy was in this more. John Candy was originally offered the part of Mr. Mushnick, but he turned it down. Candy later asked director Frank Oz if he could be cast in a minor role instead. Oz then offered Candy the part of Wink Wilkinson, and he accepted.
John Candy, why did you turn it down?
Have we seen John Candy ever as a bad guy?
Technically,
Not that
Nothing but
Michigan
Trouble,
isn't really
he
a
is.
yeah, but he's not really a bad guy in that. He's just
Yeah, but
So
he's
I'm
not
guessing-
a good guy.
I'm guessing he would have turned this down for The Great Outdoors.
No,
Ooh,
Great
that
Outdoors
probably would
was
have been
88.
No, that was Uncle Buck was right around then.
Uncle Buck would have been
Uncle Buck was
89,
87.
right?
No. Is it?
87?
I'm mixing
Bro,
up my-
Macaulay Culkin was like 5 in it, man. He wasn't. There's no way. that
Okay,
was-
yeah, you're right.
Great Outdoors came out in 88.
There you
I was
go.
gonna say I knew it was 88.
What was he doing in 86?
Uncle Buck was 89.
Okay, so that would, that makes sense. What, 86? Ooh, I don't know.
80s. Oh, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles was 87, so he probably
He did
Okay.
in 86, he did The Canadian Conspiracy and Armed and Dangerous.
that
Oh,
probably
okay.
aren't dangerous.
Heard of it, never seen it.
Did he do that with Aykroyd?
Dan
Aykroyd, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Spaceballs was 87, so he had a lot more going on, even though that was 86.
Armed and Dangerous is Eugene Levy, John Candy, and Meg Ryan.
What the fuck was that?
Wait, we're thinking of Aykroyd and
Oh shit! Spies Like Us. With
yeah, that's
Chase.
I was on the
That's
same
Chase.
page with you on that too. I got you. All right, what else we got, brother?
the shot pulling away from Audrey 2 after the song Somewhere That's Green. Oh, wait, no, sorry. The shot pulling away from Audrey after the song Somewhere That's Green was so long, it required 2 cranes, one placed on top of the other to pull it off. The camera actually shifts a little when the one crane stops and the other takes over.
Damn.
Oh.
Double crane action.
Ellen Greene as Audrey is the only member of the off-Broadway cast to appear in this film. When she originated the role in 1982, it was her idea to wear a blonde wig over her brunette curly hair. Howard Ashman originally saw Audrey as a brunette based on Jackie Joseph's look in the original Little Shop of Horrors in 1960.
Now, this is me being stupid, but that's Frenchie from Grease, right?
No.
No.
It's
Mel,
not.
No, Mel
No,
thought the same thing, and I was like, it's not.
It's not.
No, it's not
What?
Frenchie.
First of all, she's way too tall for that.
And her
She's
neck
a
is way
heel, so
too.
how, I don't fucking know.
Her neck is way too long.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the face.
God, dude, I thought it
And
was
she has-
fucking Frenchie.
And Frenchie looks older.
Yeah.
Well, when
Diddy,
was
Diddy
when was
Khan.
Grease?
Diddy
Grease
Khan
was what?
played.
Grace was like 79, 80.
70,
Oh,
78.
Okay.
78, really.
Yeah.
See, so damn, man, I don't know. Maybe it's just the voice or something, dude. I thought it was fucking her, dude.
A
I was
little
sure-
bit. I can see it there, but she has more of a lisp. Audrey has more of a lisp.
Yeah.
Seymour.
I don't. I'm kind of with Brody though, man. Like her voice did kind of annoy me after a while. I was like, oh man, I don't know if I can listen to that all the time.
Hey, but
But,
when
yeah.
she started singing like with power, when she was singing
Her
suddenly,
singing voice is
Right.
way
Bro.
different, dude.
she's fucking. She's and I
When she
will give
belts
her
it out
that.
the end of Suddenly Seymour. Oh god,
Yes, I was like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
shit! Like everybody, even Steve Martin singing in this. The songs weren't bad songs. Everybody
Mhm.
did their part. Fucking awesome.
Hell yeah, dude. What else we got, Chad Daddy?
It supposedly took Steve Martin 6 weeks to film all his scenes. He contributed ideas such as socking the nurse in the face and ripping off the doll's head.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I laughed so hard during his song. Every time he kept fucking punching the nurses and shit, dude.
And this is
The way he
probably
perfectly timed it to hit the nurse in the face with the door.
Right?
this is probably one of the only roles where Steve Martin does not have white hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
What was the movie where he had the long nose? That was The Jerk, right?
Roxanne.
No.
Yeah, Roxanne.
Roxanne.
Yeah, Roxanne.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, the jerk.
the jerk's great. I fucking
I'm
love that
not
movie.
a bum.
I must
I'm
be
a
confused.
jerk.
I must be
Long dude.
mixing them in my. Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't seen this shit in a minute. All right. Chad Daddy.
Mushnick is the only main character in this movie who does not do any singing, despite having singing parts in the stage musical.
Oh, he does.
Huh.
Does he have like his own song or something, or is he just
I know there's a song called Mushnick and Son. I saw that on the track
okay?
list.
Yeah.
Scoobs would know more than I would. He's actually seen it.
He it's because he basically adopted Seymour
Yeah,
from,
yeah.
from the orphanage or whatever. So he did. That's what like the song's about or whatever.
All right.
But I haven't seen it. I mean, I saw it like I said, fucking freshman year in high school. So it's been ages.
Fuck off, dude.
What?
So I just happened to look up because, like I said, I mentioned this earlier. My favorite horror musical is Evil Dead the musical. That shit was fucking awesome.
Fuck yeah.
And so I just looked it up. Dude, it's still in production and it's in Australia right now, Brody.
Oh,
From January 30th to March 9th in
What the fuck
Brisbane,
was that?
Australia. My sister has turned
Turned
into a zombie. What the fuck was that?
that?
Dude, don't get me started,
I got some
Scoots.
Shelly in
I'm
my
gonna go the whole
shoe.
fucking.
I've never seen the play, but I've listened to the fucking soundtrack so many times.
The play is fucking
The
awesome.
play is great, dude.
It's fucking awesome. I don't give a fuck that it's a musical.
Oh,
That is the
Evil
one
Dead
musical
one?
I wanted to see in
Dude,
Vegas, and I
no
saw it
joke.
in Vegas, and it's fucking great.
No joke, how great would it be if that is what ended up being the next unannounced Evil Dead movie? It's just a
I
fucking
would be
adaptation
all
of that.
fucking for
Yeah.
it, bro.
It'd be
I would,
fucking
I,
great.
Bring
I
it.
would love that.
I don't know how, like, yeah, absolutely. Especially if it was like still filmed like 2013 Evil Dead, but it was the musical lightheartedness, dude. That
The
would
Evil Dead
fucking
musical.
hilarious.
The Evil Dead musical is in Australia right now.
Fuck yeah. Yo, Scoobs, when you
I would love
when
to
you
see that.
when you saw it, did you get in the splatter zone?
I was okay. So here's the great part of that. I was in the splatter zone. My ex-wife did not want to sit in the splatter zone, and there wasn't a lot of people that were watching it. I don't remember which hotel it was at. But we went to go watch it. I was super stoked. I was in the front row. And so she was sitting like maybe sixth row by herself. Everybody else was in the splatter zone. So during the fucking intermission, the god damn it, what was the best friend's name? He gets his guts. Anyways, the dude gets cut. He gets his guts cut and blood fucking splattered everywhere. He went out walking into the crowd talking to people. He walked up to my ex-wife and was like, "How come you're sitting back here?" She's like, "Well, I don't want to get bloody." Like being just total cunty. So cunty. I was embarrassed. And she was like, "My husband's up there, but I don't want to get blood on me, blah, blah, blah." He's like, "You don't want to get any blood on you?" And she's like, "No." And the dude just fucking doused her in fucking blood. It was the fucking most epic thing ever. I wasn't even mad. She was fucking pissed. And then they ended up moving her to like the third row or whatever. So she was just like, fuck it. But it was fucking great. Like he just doused her. Like he fucking opened up his stomach and literally just started shooting blood out of his stomach at her. Like
Dude,
it was fucking
Oh my
great.
god, that sounds like a Gore concert. Oh,
I got
that's
to
great.
see it twice down in New York City, and the first time was more expensive, and I was in the back fucking row. And the second time, I went during the week, so it was cheaper, and we got Splatter Zone, bro. And the Splatter Zone is where it's fucking at,
Yeah,
man. Like,
it's
I'm
fucking
not gonna
fun,
say I
man.
didn't enjoy it regardless, but dude, I don't know. It was It was a fun time. Brody, I understand if it's not your thing, but maybe with being Evil Dead, maybe it would.
It's
Maybe it
fucking great.
wouldn't. I don't
Brody.
know.
It's here's the thing though.
I
It's
wanna
not a
see that.
serious musical. The songs are fucking hilarious. Like it's
Yeah,
more
and they're
it's more on the comedy aspect than it is on like a serious musical. It's fucking great.
when
It's
they did the tree rape, dude, did the sister come in and then like just pull out like leaves out of her
yeah,
mouth?
she had a fucking
Oh, that shit was
I still
fucking
have my
great.
shirt. I bought a shirt and then I got to take pictures like with the cast and stuff. It was really fucking cool.
I still got my foam finger chainsaw, bro.
Yes.
If like they did a production of it here locally years and years ago and I didn't get to go. So that's why I saw it in Vegas. If they ever fucking do the show here, that is one fucking musical that I will go audition for. I don't even care
Right?
if I'm just
Yeah.
like a side character. I
No,
do not
You
care.
know who I'd want to go for? I'd want to go for what's his name from Evil Dead 2, the Jethro dude that shows.
Yeah,
up.
the fucking hillbilly.
That's like the
yeah.
easiest. That's like the
Oh.
easiest one to show. I'm like, I
Yeah.
can do that part. Let's go. Fucking A, dude. Ah,
Yes,
there is
Brody.
tree rape in
There
the
is
musical,
tree rape
bro.
in the musical.
It's
It's
That-
on
that-
YouTube.
That's making Brody go.
So there is a
"No, you know
version of it
something?"
on YouTube that you can watch,
Yeah,
but it
it's
just
on
doesn't
YouTube.
have that umph that watching it live has
no, not at all. Not at all.
because you
All
don't
right,
get the blood sprayed at you. Okay, back to this shit though.
Yeah, back to
Okay.
this one.
Okay, let's go.
Yes.
There are no blue screens or opticals involved in any of Audrey 2's scenes. The plant was made in 6 different stages of growth, and there were 3 different versions of Mushnick's shop, making it possible for 2 units to work with different sized plants at the same time. Each of the talking plants had to be cleaned, repainted, and patched up at the end of each shooting day, which would take up to 3 hours depending on the size.
Damn.
Damn.
Shit.
Dedication though,
Okay.
because it looked good. It looked damn good.
When filming the scene in which Dr. Orange Scrivello, DDS, pushes open the double swinging doors to Audrey's apartment complex, Steve Martin cut his hands when the glass windows shattered. As a result, in the final cut, he's kicking the door open. The outtake of Martin cutting his hand can be seen as a special feature on the DVD and Blu-ray releases.
No
Oh,
shit.
I gotta go look.
Wow. Oh, that's right. You picked it up on physical,
Mhm.
didn't you? Mm-hmm.
That reminds me, did you guys watch that video I sent? The extended version of what's that? The one song, Meek Shall Inherit.
I didn't watch it.
See, I sent it in the chat yesterday.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, go and look. It's a bit longer. Anyhow, let's see. The scenes in which the 2 largest Audrey 2 puppets are performing with the actors are filmed at a lower speed. First at 16 frames per second, then at 12 frames per second for the final number. This means that the actors had to move and lip sync in slow motion.
Oh,
Oh,
That
that's
had to
that's
have been
weird.
hard.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's weird. That's cool though.
Yeah, because you'd have to know exactly what speed to match the singing.
Yeah, like would
Unless
they
they
have
were
to
playing
film
the
you
track.
singing and then like replay it back to you at that speed? So you
Well, they
could,
might have
like,
been
see
playing
it?
the track.
Yeah, and then you could just kind of
and then,
go
yeah,
with the.
you just go with it.
Interesting. That's cool though.
To date, this is the only film in which Steve Martin and Bill Murray appear together.
Oh no shit.
Huh.
Huh.
Makes sense.
According to Frank Oz, Howard Ashman's exact words to him were, "This is supposed to be stupid. My tongue was firmly in my cheek when I wrote it. Hence the deliberately artificial-looking sets and costumes and comically absurd premise."
I'm okay with
It's
it.
fair.
I'm
It
okay with it.
works.
Yeah. So it knew it. It knew what it was.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
The film spawned a spin-off Saturday morning cartoon called Little Shop in 1991. It features Seymour and the entire Shop gang along with Audrey 2, now a nicer plant, on Fox in the 90s, starting in 1991.
Fox,
The show downplayed the horror element. In fact, Audrey 2 is simply just a talking plant in the show, and he doesn't eat anyone. None of the film's cast participated in the cartoon show.
I gotta look this up now because I feel like I do remember it now that you just
Yeah,
mentioned.
and it's very Fox animation. Now that you look at it, I don't know why I thought it was.
Oh my
3D.
god! Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Oh my god!
Brody,
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
never
send it
watched
to you on Facebook right now.
Oh my god, Steve, you're not wrong.
It looks like a Burger King commercial.
Right?
It looks like those old school 90s Burger King commercials. The animation style
Oh
for
my
it.
god!
But I remember, I do
Wow.
remember watching the
That is-
cartoon.
I mean, I remember it came out, but I never watched it. I
Yeah.
just never.
That's not the animation I was thinking about.
Yeah, no, that's exactly yeah.
I've never watched it, but wow. Okay.
Little shot. Did it have the same theme song?
Yeah.
Did it?
I want to say that was the only same thing was,
The theme song.
yeah.
All right. Anything else, Chad Daddy?
This movie and the movie Aliens were both being shot at the same time in adjacent sets at England's Pinewood Studios. In an interview by several actors from Aliens, it was stated about an on-set incident involving James Remar when he was still playing Hicks. Apparently, his prop gun was actually loaded with real ammo. When he shot the gun, it blew a hole onto the set of Little Shop of Horrors. Luckily, nobody was hurt in the accident.
Holy shit.
Shit.
Just that's goddamn okay.
Right?
That's close to home. Thanks.
Damn, dude.
The filmmakers originally offered the role of Audrey to Cyndi Lauper before casting original stage star Ellen Greene. Lauper wanted the part but couldn't commit due to her recording and touring schedule at the time. Madonna was also reportedly considered for the role.
She was busy dating Weird Al at that time, dude. So she wouldn't have she couldn't have done that.
Dating? No, this would have been the time she was planning his assassination.
Yeah, his assassination.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know that I
I
can
never
see-
knew that. That I could tell
To our
you.
listening audiences, if anybody has not seen the Weird Al Yankovic movie,
Weird.
the Al Yankovic story, do yourself a favor, go watch it
watch
right
it.
now. Fucking
Ah.
hilarious.
I know. I am due for a rewatch. It's been a minute.
Same.
I've never
Oh,
watched
it's
it.
solid,
the
dude.
best. It's exactly what you want a Weird Al biography to be.
Is that Daniel Rat?
Yeah, and he's fantastic, dude.
Okay.
I think my favorite scene is
Okay.
when he comes up with My Bologna. Like, honestly. That or when Weird Al's in there, when Weird Al's actually like on set.
Yeah,
And his
it's the
brother's
radio
giving
joke.
him shit or whatever like that. You're a worthless, no talent hack. Nobody likes this. Like, fucking fantastic, dude.
This movie got glowing reviews. Fuck you, Brody. Better reviews than the original Roger Corman movie, as a matter of fact. Both Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert gave a huge 2 thumbs up on their TV show, Siskel and Ebert in the movies, and Siskel said it was one of the most entertaining movies of the year. The Rotten Tomatoes rating for this is 90%.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's a fun movie, man. Like, even if you don't, I mean, if you really don't like musicals, which I don't feel like any of us are like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not on our repertoire of like, yeah, man, we love musicals. No, probably not, dude. But you can enjoy it.
Yes.
So
Every song except Dadu is different on the soundtrack album. They are both drastic and minor deviations in orchestrations, singers, vocal takes, and several songs include additional verses and or alternate lyrics. The single version of Dentist includes sound effects and dialogue from the film, extensively featuring Bill Murray, as well as the lines "He's strictly a medical mess," which doesn't appear in any other release of the song. There are several different radio edits of Mean Green Mother from Outer Space, and a 12-inch version, which would be like the single album, which begins with the soundtrack album's ominous alternate prologue segueing into the song.
damn.
That's a lot.
Huh.
But okay.
So you go get the soundtrack and then you are completely just thrown off by what you're listening to. You're like, wait a minute, this is what I heard.
The one that I downloaded one from the site yesterday. It's not like the Pirate Bay or anything like that, but it has the full official versions off the movie.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really cool. After the 1998 DVD was recalled, there were plans to reissue the film with a color version of the original ending, but since it had never been finalized and was only assembled for various work prints, the footage was deemed lost. In 2011, a small restoration team tracked down referential production notes and the existing negatives, which had been scattered in Hollywood, Kansas, and London vaults, and assembled the intended cut without the participation of the director or Richard Conway, who directed the extravagant special effects finale. Oz was so elated that Conway's footage The Conway's footage had been restored and completed. He approved of it being called a director's cut, though this was in name only. The edit was screened at the 50th annual... Sorry, I keep hitting a button here and I keep screwing up. The 50th annual New York Film Festival on September 29th, 2012, and issued on DVD and Blu-ray on October 9th. Fans have criticized the finale's redundant footage and excessive length, as well as the omission of Seymour's lengthy soliloquy from The Meek Shall Inherit and other deleted alternate scenes that were featured in early work prints, which began surfacing online in December 2012 following the film's Blu-ray release 2 months prior. So there's actually a lot of footage that was cut that still isn't in it.
Damn.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Like the movie,
What we have is
yeah, I was gonna say,
perfect,
like the
I
movie
think,
feels like a really good, like
it's got a
Yeah.
flow. It's got a flow with this.
1986, DC Comics released a comic book adaptation of the film, although the book contains some scenes that didn't make it to the final cut of the film, and most characters bear little resemblance to their live-action counterparts.
is it more violent?
I don't know.
That'd be interesting.
The actresses playing Crystal, Ronette, and Chiffon rehearsed a brief dance solo that would have appeared during the song Dentist, but it was cut during production to prevent distraction from Steve Martin's performance.
Yeah, we wouldn't want
I
that.
appreciate that. I appreciate
Yeah, no,
that.
100%.
Yeah.
Let's see. It was originally intended to be a summer blockbuster with a release date of July 2nd, 86. A pair of disastrous test screenings pushed the release back until December 19th, with
Ooh.
reshoots taking place in that September.
Damn. So that's obviously that original ending we talked about many a times and shit like that. Oh shit.
Both of the movies that Steve Martin appeared in during 1986 featured singing plants. You guys know what the other one is? Off
What was the other?
No.
Three Amigos.
Oh yeah.
The Singing Bush.
Singing bush.
Oh,
Hey, oh, blow the man down. Hey, oh, blow the man down.
And then they shot the fucking invisible swordsman.
You were supposed to shoot up. We both shot up. It's like I'm here with a sixth grader.
Brody said there are a lot of Brodies in that test screen.
fucking right. No, but there weren't, because if there were Brodies in that test screening, we would have got that original fucking ending.
True that.
There was a bunch
Yeah, actually, yeah. So wait a minute.
Okay, after Tim Curry declined the role of Orin Scrivello DDS, Frank Oz considered both John Travolta and Dan Aykroyd for the role in case his next choice, Steve Martin, proved unavailable. However, Martin ultimately was available to accept the role. Robin Williams was also briefly considered, but he told Oz he didn't want to do another musical after the failure of Popeye, and because he and Rick Moranis had starred in Club Paradise, which released a few months prior and had flopped with both critics and audiences.
Wait, was Popeye a musical?
Yeah.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Oh,
It
I
has
saw it.
songs in it. It has, yeah, he sings songs in it.
I saw it once when I was a little kid, and I thought it was stupid.
Yeah, I remember watching it as a kid, but I don't remember anything besides him fighting an
I
octopus.
watched it a few years
Okay,
back.
that's what I remember is the octopus.
Yeah, I remember fighting the octopus. That's about it.
I never watched.
But yeah,
it,
there's like a whole like musical number too, like when he first gets to the town.
Oh, you know what? I think I might remember that. Interesting.
Okay, continuing. There are 4 different casting connections. John Candy and Steve Martin starred together in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Bill Murray and Rick Moranis, of course, in the Ghostbusters movies. Steve Martin and Rick Moranis in My Blue Heaven. John Candy and Rick Moranis in Brewster's Millions and Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Spaceballs.
I can skip this. We already talked about Bill Murray when he was on an acting hiatus. So, Walter Matthau, Jack Lemmon, Jack Palance, Alan Young, Jerry Orbach, Dick Van Dyke, William Shatner, Robert Stack, Robert Vaughn, George Papard, Norman Fell, Dick Van Patten, Paul Newman, Leslie Nielsen, and Mickey Rooney were all considered for the role of Mushnick.
Wow.
That's a long
That's a
fucking
list.
list.
Long list. Also, Matthew Broderick, Michael J. Fox, Emilio Estevez, Charlie Sheen, Tom Cruise, and Robert Carradine were considered for the role of Seymour Krelborn. I don't understand Robert Carradine. He would feel way too old for that role.
Yeah, no, I like Moranis in this spot, dude.
Yeah, I can't picture any of them doing it any better. Here. considered for the voice of Audrey 2 were Isaac Hayes, Lou Rawls, Mick Jagger, David Bowie, Ray Charles, Richard Pryor, and Red Fox. Just think about it. Isaac Hayes. We could have had Chef.
Chef as a fucking man-eating plant.
Hello there, children.
Hello there.
That would have been awesome.
I would have been fine with. I would have been fine with that, dude.
How would you boys like to come home and make love?
Come here, Seymour. Suck on my chocolate salted balls.
It's so sad how he like went out after the South Park dudes because they were all like, because didn't he got all pissed at him because they were ragging on fucking what was that stupid religion that everybody joined all of a sudden?
Scientology.
Yeah, that one. And he was a Scientologist and he got all pissed. So that's when they booted him off the show.
And now he's dead.
Sad. Well, yeah, remember because they brought him back and they just cut all his old fucking like dialogue from old shows, and then they ended up killing him off. You don't remember that episode? Yeah, dude. Like he was, they pulled Dave Chappelle. They like sent him to Africa, and he came back and he was all like tweaked out, and then they end up like killing him at the end, dude. It was just like holy fuck, bro. Oh, anything else, Chad Daddy?
Let's see. I got a good bit here. Let me see what else I can. In a production meeting that was chronicled in a June '85 magazine, New York Times magazine. I'll skip that. It's kind of boring. Throughout most of the film, Audrey generally wears skimpy, figure-hugging, low-cut clothing. She was in a relationship with Oren Scrivello, DDS, during this point. During her Somewhere That's Green fantasy, where she imagines herself and Seymour as a happily married couple, she wears conservative yet stylish 60s clothing. After Scrivello's out of the picture through his death by negligence, and when she and Seymour become a couple, Audrey starts to wear more conservative clothing.
Oh, nice. I did not notice that. Sweetness.
Around late December 2012 or early January 2013, deleted and alternate scenes popped up on the internet. They claim to be from the only work print ever shown to preview audiences. These scenes include a slightly different prologue with no titles and a different narrator. A deleted line from Audrey saying, "You don't meet nice boys when you live on Skid Row, Mr. Mushnick." This bit of dialogue was featured in one of the trailers. There are various alternate shots of people singing in Skid Row. There is an alternate shot of the three girls singing before Grow For Me, a shot of Wink Wilkinson during his shooting sound effects. He says, "What a rotten shot." An alternate orchestration and a few different feeding shots of Some Fun Now. In the dentist's office before he dies, there's a shot of Oren laughing and yelling, "Oh God," over and over again. Seymour feeding Oren to Audrey 2 is significantly longer, more violent, and had a different orchestration. There are more shots of Seymour chopping him up, as well as a shot of Seymour feeding Oren's other leg and head to Audrey 2.
Oh.
The Meek Shall Inherit is in its entirety. Let's see. The song is once again the same as on the official soundtrack. There's an alternate scene with Seymour and Audrey where he talks about the plan and if she would still like him if he wasn't famous. It's pretty close to the stage version, except a gag near the end where they break out into Suddenly Seymour and then it abruptly stops. It was reused in the theatrical ending. The original ending sequence where Audrey 2 takes over and rampages through New York in a B-movie fashion is in color. It differs only slightly from the Blu-ray director's cut, mainly the end. It just cuts to black and says "the end," and then an abbreviated cut of this version of "Don't Feed the Plants" is on the film soundtrack. So there you go.
Damn.
That's a lot.
Damn.
But it's nothing really significant, so I'm okay with it being all cut.
No, I mean I could have used the extra body parts, don't I? That would have been fine.
Yeah, that might have made Brody a little bit happier.
A little bit.
Yeah,
little bit.
like this much. He would have given it a 1.
Would have been a 0.7.
Yeah. All righty. Anything else, Chad Daddy?
No.
That's it. All right. Well, thank you for that plethora of knowledge. And hell yeah, dude. All right, boys. Where did we watch this?
Prime.
DVD.
I rented it on Vudu. So, all right.
See, did you see what I meant though? Did you start watching on that app?
No, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, it's so funny because it started for me, and then I could notice it was like a little sped up, and the voices were like a tiny little bit higher pitch.
The 60s version would play, but it would not play the fucking this one for me. I don't know why.
And then I just like, you know what? I just can't watch this, and I put it on fucking Prime.
Nah, I bought it on fucking, or it's not even Voodoo anymore. What is it? Fandango, whatever. The fuck.
Fandango
Yeah.
at home.
Yep, that one. So, douche of the film.
Seymour.
Probably have the Steve Martin. Ah, yeah. No, Audrey.
Oh no. It's got to be Orange Scrivello DDS.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I was
And you
saying.
got
he broke
stop
Audrey's
around.
arm.
Yep.
He
Score
broke Audrey's arm. But Mushnick was kind of a douche too.
Yeah,
Not,
but
he was just like businessman douche though. He wasn't like
Yeah.
sadist douche. Like,
Steve Martin's character
True.
all the way.
All right, Scrivello.
all right, yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that as well. Favorite kill.
Mushnick.
I'm not. Yeah, you know what? I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to go
Mushnick,
Mushnick
yeah.
too
He saw it coming. And
because
I'm
he
gonna
died.
go Scrivello
Getting,
because it was funny.
he died getting gassed. Yeah.
What did I ever do to you?
Oh,
Say, and then the plant was
Oh.
electrocution. So
Her.
yeah, right. That takes us to best scene.
Oh,
I've already said what my best scene was. So
I
a million times
Ooh,
over.
I don't know because it's a toss up between Bill Murray's scene in the dentist's office or fucking Steve Martin singing the dentist song.
That's true because the
I
dentist
love
song
that
itself
scene.
was pretty solid.
I'm going with that. I'm going. That's my pick because he was just hamming it up that whole scene.
I'm actually between Bill Murray's scene. I love Steve Martin, but I'm also when the first time Audrey 2 is singing her first like full length song. I don't know why, but I love it.
Feed me.
Yeah.
You got Scoops.
I'm gonna go the scene where we see Seymour getting Scrivello's body back to his apartment
Ooh,
and
okay.
chopping it up.
hell yeah, we got some dynamic shadow
Yeah.
casting there and everything. That was solid. Okay, worst moment or scene.
I'm probably gonna. I'm just gonna say I've never liked Somewhere That's Green.
Yeah,
that whole song, that whole it just feels unnecessary.
That's
I
the
can go
one
with
she
that.
sings, right?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's
I'm gonna go with that too.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. 'Cause
that was before she goes. He calls her over, right?
I think so. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. That takes us to opening scene. Did it hook you in?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
absolutely.
I mean,
Nice little opening narration.
Yeah.
yeah.
Musical number. Hell yeah.
Little shop of horror, little shop.
That takes us to most attractive character.
Tisha Campbell.
Steve Martin with the black hair.
With black hair.
With
Elvis
the Elvis
Steve
hair.
Martin.
Yeah,
That's right.
Elvis Martin.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Chad.
This is the first time I've ever gone with a male character.
No, it's not. We've done that before, haven't we?
I'm sure.
Yeah,
A Halloween
Many
3.
many a
Yeah.
times, dude.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
come
come
on.
on. Atkins.
Any movie that Tom Atkins is in, whether it's a big role or a small role, that man wins.
No,
most
but I
of the
mean where I'm the odd man out.
time. Okay.
Because I didn't really find it. I mean, Audrey's not attractive. I
Not really, no.
No,
didn't think anybody in the chorus was attractive.
not really. I'm kind
I
of
thought
with you there.
Tisha Campbell. I thought Tisha Campbell was cute.
Oh yeah, I thought Tisha. Yeah.
Kind of with Scoobs on this one. There was nothing really to catch my eye on this one, but Steve Martin, I guess that's the vote. Just because he has not white hair. That takes us to did the score set the mood?
Yeah.
I would
I mean,
definitely
it's a
say
fucking
so.
musical, so
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I think it's fine.
It's not that funny, Chad. What the fuck? I just can't say it on the fucking. I can't say it on the podcast.
Which is
And I'm the
fair.
In a somewhat related matter, a buddy of mine just watched coworker of mine just watched Willy's Wonderland over the weekend.
Nice.
Hell yeah, dude.
He loves it. So he didn't watch the whole thing yet, but he loved it.
Happy to. I love that fucking movie, dude. Ooh, hello. What the fuck?
That's not me.
That's gonna get us. It's less than 10 seconds. We're good.
Oh shit! I love that movie so much.
All right. So scores at the mood. Yes. Best song.
I'm going Feed Me. I love it when fucking Audrey 2 is singing the first time. And the main theme song. Like, those are my two.
I think I'm gonna go with Dentist.
Oh, I mean, that's great too.
As great as those songs are, and I don't know, man, it's just the performance and the power of the song. I'm gonna go with Suddenly Seymour.
That's a
Okay.
good one.
Like,
Okay.
it's just
All right.
such a good, powerful fucking song.
I'm with Bobby though. I love Feed Me. That's always been my favorite.
All right. Fair enough. That takes us to favorite character.
Bill Murray.
Yeah, hands down, dude. Hands down.
Murray and Moranis, both. It's Moranis. No, it's Murray, Moranis, Martin. Like, I can't not choose a perfect out of those. They all played their role.
I like Audrey too, because
I mean,
he
that
reminds
is
me,
a character.
but he reminds me of the fucking plant, like you said, from Harley Quinn.
Yes.
Fucking love that goddamn plant so much.
He's awesome.
I forget what his name is in the
especially
fucking
by
show.
like the third or fourth season, dude. He
Yeah.
actually gets legs and is walking
Yeah.
around just like fire. I was like, dude,
So I'm gonna go with Audrey
what the fuck
too.
is his name? Is it Frank?
Frank. Is it
I think
Frank?
it's Frank. I think it's Frank or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. All right, that takes us to was it scary? No.
No, but the part where
No.
Audrey 2 first tried to snap at Rick Moranis' finger, it made Harper jump.
Did it?
Yeah.
That's fair. I can see where this
Yeah.
movie would easily creep out kids, dude, especially with the people getting eaten
Dude,
and shit, you know.
Dude, I always
Oh,
thought that
yeah.
when fucking Audrey 2 calls Audrey on the phone and she looks out and the plant's looking at her through the window across
That's
the
creepy.
street. That was a very creepy shot
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you
Yes.
that.
because this thing's just taking up the whole window and it's just like nothing but teeth.
You're just like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
Why would you go over there at that point? I'd be like, no, I'm good.
I mean, she was shocked that it could talk.
I get that.
I
but
would
I'm
be
still
too.
not
I'd be
going
like,
in.
And I
I'm
can
not going in
move.
past the glass, bro.
Who's to
I'm
say I
like,
can't do anything I won't?
Yeah, it's like it's got this big sharp teeth. And like, nah, I think I'm gonna stay over here. You're like, what the
I'll
fuck you
stay on
gonna
the
do?
other
You
side
gotta
of
come
the
get me?
street and just take pictures.
That's right. Okay. So does it hold up today?
I think
Yeah.
so.
I mean, I enjoyed it. So
Yeah.
if you like musicals, then yes.
Even if you hate musicals, you might like this because I'm not a musical person.
That's
I hate
fair.
reading.
I shouldn't
Sure.
say I like musicals because I really don't. Like,
I do, but it's got to be done the right way.
It's
This
so
is one of
funny
the
because
few
like
where-
I say I hate musicals, but I love this. I like Rocky Horror. I love the musical episode of fucking Buffy.
Oh, that
Oh,
was
God.
such a good. Speaking
was
of,
a
they
good
just
episode.
announced they're doing
Yeah.
a fucking new series.
I saw
Yeah.
that.
with
Oh,
Sarah
really?
Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, with Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Gellar's tied to it somehow. I don't know if she's in it or just like producing it or something. But
But that was a good episode. I like that.
I like the musical episode of Scrubs.
I would say Scrubs or Todd in the Book of Pure Evil. I lost
Yeah.
musical episodes of that.
I do.
Still got to watch.
Maybe I
that
don't
shit,
hate
too.
musicals as much as I say.
It's
shit,
gotta
you know,
it's
they
gotta
did-
set the right tone though. It's gotta be funny, right?
They
Like
did a
I
musical
don't
episode of The Flash that wasn't too bad too.
I mean every show gets a musical episode when it's going for so long at some point. So it's just how it be. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of movies. I mean, like, yeah, Disney movies. Obviously, there's most of those are gonna be musicals, but I don't really consider those musicals either. I don't know
Same.
why. It's different because I feel like they're.
I feel like
animated or
musicals
something.
are live action, like live action.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a cartoon, it's okay for it to have music in it, like Moana.
It's a
or
Disney
Frozen.
movie.
Yeah.
It's expected.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Anyways, how was the acting?
Fantastic.
It was okay.
Great.
Yeah. Good.
It's pretty solid. That takes us to cinematography.
Yeah, it was
Like I
shot
said,
very
I-
well.
I-
liked it.
I liked it because even like I said, even that scene where they're filming through the mouth, it was a really cool fucking
Yes.
shot.
Yes. 100%.
Even though the sets look like shit, it was still shot very well. Like the
Yeah,
lighting
but-
was great.
the fact that it's intentional though is even
Yeah.
better, right? Like
Yeah.
that. It's to hit that.
You know what it reminded me of?
Deal.
It reminded me if they ever did like a full view of what Sesame Street would look like.
Yeah. That's a good take.
Okay, that's a good. way
But
to
old
look at
school, like 80s Sesame Street, not Sesame Street now. Sesame Street now fucking sucks.
Is it even on anymore?
It's on
It's-
HBO.
It's still on, but they changed the format to where now it's not focused on the humans and the puppets. It's just mainly the puppets, and it's only 20 minutes long as opposed to an hour like it used to be.
Mm.
If we're just gonna
But
get
now it's all
puppets, dude, let's just
bright.
go Muppets, man.
It's all bright and like pastel colors, and it just doesn't look like a street like it used to back in the day.
Right? Oscar lived in a motherfucking trash can, bitch. Like,
He still does, but
yeah,
Oh,
but it's
no.
probably like a clean trash, and it's probably
Yeah.
It's probably a recycling bin now.
yeah.
ugh.
I mean, did Cookie Monster finally go back to cookies, or is he still rocking carrots?
He does everything now, and he has a cooking show now
Oh,
where he
alright.
teaches you how to cook certain things
Weird.
Good for him, I guess.
from his monster foodie truck.
Stupid. All right.
Interesting.
Did we
Charlie
like the
watches.
premise of this one? Hey, that's fine,
Yeah.
man. I say you got the little one to watch it with.
Yeah.
Yes. And yes, absolutely.
Yes,
How did I
Premise?
just notice there's a fucking gremlin on the back of your chair?
You say you just noticed it?
I zip
figured
tied
he
him
was-
to my chair because I got tired of him being on the floor.
There you go. Premise, absolutely. Climax. Honestly,
For me, yes.
I like the director's cut better, but it
I'm
was
with John. Yep.
I will say this one, to agree with Bob, it still hits that like just all right, we got a nice cheesy ending for a musical. And personally, I like the aesthetic of that house they go into with the most like perfect lawn and shit like that. It reminds me
Yeah.
very much of like the set of Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's where they moved into was the
Yeah.
neighborhood
Yeah.
from Edward
fucking
Scissorhands.
right,
Yep.
dude.
Yep.
Plus, I also
Every-
like that in the theatrical ending. Like I said, they just insert that there is an Audrey still here.
Yeah, so
And
you could still like
it
have
smiles. I'm like, oh,
You
Which
could
which
still have
goes to
world
show, like
domination.
Chad Daddy said, that it was happening in more than one place. So there was more than one plant that came down, and that one
so
just
not for nothing, but like, couldn't he have fed the plant like animals and shit?
yeah. That's
before
exactly
going to
what I was
humans,
thinking.
dude? Because
That
like
is
if it's
exactly
just
what I was
blood,
thinking.
I was just like, just give him,
Or
like, some fucking rats or some shit.
Fucking
dude.
feed. Go to the butcher, get a
Yeah.
bucket of blood, feed it that fucking blood. It's not gonna know the fucking difference.
Right? He's like, oh, it needs to be fresh, bitch. This is fresh. It's right from the tap.
And that butcher's not really going to give a shit. He's not going to
Yeah,
think you're
dude.
weird for buying blood.
So technically, this is all Seymour's fault to begin with for feeding him human blood in the first place.
Right, dude? If that thing was like, yo, give me your blood, I'm like, no.
How about
Making
no?
weird like kissy faces at me. It's like, bro, what is this plant doing?
Oh, dude. So when the fucking when Audrey 2 started doing that, Charlie was walking around going, it was fucking cute.
yeah.
My dog hated that noise. He started barking at the TV.
Really? If this was made in today's age or something, I feel like a terrible like TikTok of this would be like him doing that, and then Seymour being like,
Oh,
no. All right, recycle, rewind, remake, reboot, or reshelf.
rewind.
I'll rewind it.
Rewind. I love this
Absolutely,
movie.
rewind.
I'm gonna go rewind and remake because they were
Ooh.
working on a remake before COVID hit. Chris Evans was gonna play the dentist. I
Really?
believe Tom Eggers was set to play Seymour, and Scarlett Johansson was gonna play Audrey.
Interesting.
I could really see Evans hamming it up.
And
Yeah.
supposedly there is a remake coming that's going to be called Little Shop of Halloween Horrors that is going to be directed by Joe Dante.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Little Shop of Halloween.
I've never that one. I've never really.
Yeah. It
For
says
whatever reason, that title just makes me think anthology, and I don't know why. It's probably
I
not.
wonder if there's a porno called Little Shop of Whores.
probably.
Uh,
I'm not going to Google it, but probably.
I'm sure there is.
listen, if they made
sure.
pirates, they made that.
So
Oh,
it
yeah,
says
they made Pirates, all right.
will be directed by legend Joe Dante, along with Dante, original director and producer Roger Corman will serve as one of the film's co-producers.
Interesting. All right. All right, boys. Let's rate this bitch. Brody started off with a 0.5.
Fuck you, Brody.
Bob, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 for what it is. I loved it. Still, it's not a perfect movie, but 3.5.
All right. Scuba.
Nostalgia factor alone, I got to give it a 4.
All right. Chad Daddy.
It's one of my all-time faves. I got to give it a 5.
5 from Chad Daddy. And I'm kind of in Bobby's boat. I'm thinking 3.5 for myself. It was a fun movie. It was solid. Won't go to watch it again, like rush out of the way, but I definitely would if it like popped on. So that gives us a 3.3 for 1986's Little Shop of Horrors.
But it's
All
always
right.
a 5 in
Okay.
Chad Daddy's heart.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
All that matters.
We did kind of mention what we're doing next week, but Chad Daddy, what was that again that we are covering?
Next week we are covering the most recent of the Alien franchise, skipping over Resurrection, the AVP movies, and the prequels, and going into Alien Romulus.
And I believe that should be right on Disney Plus
And
and
Hulu.
Hulu.
Yeah, it's on
So,
Plus.
all right. So solid.
Oh, I have it on digital.
Even more solid.
Yeah, TJ,
Yeah, like-
TJ gave me his digital
Oh,
code. I got it on digital.
When did this come out? This was last summer. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
August?
That sounds about right.
September. It's either August or September.
So I haven't
think
seen it
August.
since then. So
Same.
about a solid 6 months.
I know they
since
do
then.
have it. I did see it at Walmart. They have the physical copy of it at Walmart. So I may just pick
Nice.
it up just for shits and giggles. I already have the whole Alien anthology anyway. So
I have that too.
Word.
I have them all. I even have the prequels now that I think about it.
I don't think I have.
I think I have Prometheus. I don't have Covenant.
I got
I've actually never.
I only
seen
got Covenant because I
Prometheus.
found it
need-
used at a FYE store that was closing. I think I paid like $5 for it.
Okay.
That's fair.
All right. Is there anything nerdy to discuss, boys?
I got one thing. They dropped a teaser for the Fantastic Four
For the
And
trailer
it's
tomorrow, right?
for the trailer tomorrow at 7 a.m.
They
Interesting.
also dropped another teaser last night in the Grammy Awards.
Did they?
Yes, they
Megan
did.
2.0.
Megan.
Oh, I did see the
Yes.
little teaser for that on Instagram today.
Do we have that on our list for this year, Megan?
I don't think we have Megan on there.
I thought we did.
Too.
I thought somebody put it on. I've never seen it, so
It was either you or me, Chad, who was going to put it on.
I did. Did we discuss
Don't,
this?
we don't have it. I'm thinking of Abigail.
Oh, ooh, I want to see that one too, and I haven't seen that one either.
I never saw that. So.
I don't know if we mentioned this last week, and I apologize if we did, but Scoob's Chair's given me ideas here. But Gremlins 3 was been announced,
Mm-hmm.
and no CGI.
Hell yeah,
all
let's go.
puppetry.
That's going to be
So-
great.
And original director and everything signed on. I'm excited.
Well, if Dante
all for
signed
that.
on, then that means that he'll try and get as much of the original cast back as possible.
I
Good.
hope so, dude.
I honestly bring back Judge Reinhold. He's not busy.
Please.
All right.
I'm excited to see where they go with this one. And I don't know, man. I kind of feel like they're gonna have to kind of Stranger Things it up and bring in like a whole new generation of
Oh, they would definitely have to.
yeah.
But that doesn't still mean you couldn't bring what's his name in from the first two.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he has to be there because I mean he's the one who knows right now.
But he could be
alive
like
in
the
that
old
universe.
Asian. He could be like the old Asian man in the first one, right?
Well,
Like,
exactly. And right now in that universe, he's the only one alive that knows the lore of Gizmo, other than his wife there. I forget her name.
What about the other dude though that was hooking up with the fucking the lady gremlin?
Oh, the dude that fucked the girl.
Oh
gremlin.
my god! I hope they go. I hope they bring that up.
They
I
have
hope
to.
they
Dude,
fucking bring that up.
there's got to be like some gremlin
dude.
human hybrid that they
He
gave.
totally banged Lady Yoda.
He fucking splooged on her, and it.
You know he did, dude.
And you would too.
Exactly.
No, gross.
You're
Ugh.
a liar.
Oh,
There-
I,
no.
come
It
on.
would have been the same thing. You would have been like ew, and then you'd been like,
No, dude, that thing is
maybe.
horrific. Look at what I put in the chat. That's what it reminds me of.
Just
What I
now?
put in the private chat.
oh. I was like, what are we talking about here?
Oh.
So
Clean
besides
ones either.
Terrible.
I got something here for us.
What's that?
So, do any of us here want a new pair of Ghostbusters shoes? Slimer will be green with envy over at fun.com's Ghostbusters sneakers. They are releasing, it looks to be 2 or 3 different ones. They have Vankman shoes with slime and the Ghostbuster symbol, Slimer shoes, and Mr. Stay Puft shoes.
Yeah,
But
I
isn't
bet they're gonna be some
fun.com fucking
pricey.
pricey and shitty at that because they're the ones that came out with that other full-size proton pack that wasn't worth the fuck, right?
There was 2 different ones that came out.
Yeah,
with
right
both
now-
sizes, but yeah.
Yeah, wasn't theirs like $500 or
They got-
something?
Theirs
Yeah,
was
it never came
$500.
out.
Well,
Yeah.
it was because it
got-
was $500 and it didn't have anything. It didn't have no lights or anything on it.
Yeah, no,
It was just a full size pack with no sound or
which
nothing.
is
What's
that's
the
fucked up.
point?
Well, yeah, these are all ranging anywhere from $49.99 to $59.99.
That's not
but
bad.
If you're a fan and you want them, go get them. They look cool.
I
You
might
could
buy
get
them just because
all 4 of the Ghostbusters names on different shoes there too.
Nice.
I want the pink bins.
So I got a text.
You know what the
I got a text earlier today, you guys, from Fright Rags. I don't know if you guys signed up for their mailing list or whatever, but they
Oh,
have
yeah.
available
Always.
packs of Godzilla Valentines.
Oh,
Yes.
They're like the old school
Oh, they
little
look
kids.
cool,
Yeah,
too.
they're only $15. I thought they'd be a lot more, but there's only 500 available. So if you want them, jump on them like now.
Hey, how long ago did they announce that Gremlins 3 was coming? Because I'm surprised it didn't pop up
Like
in,
this
Oh,
week.
it's been like a
Christmas
week.
Eve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It still is.
I'm
it's
pretty
not
sure
here.
it has to be on Bloody Disgusting.
I
I'm
would
going.
more than likely. I'll send you the link at the thing if I can see it. But they've showed just at least an image where it just shows the Gremlin's claw coming down with scratching 3 up. So
Oh, hey, right there it is about the Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot.
yep, I saw that just before popping on.
Yep. Let's say that's coming. What else?
Say other than that,
See if
that's
there's
all
any-
I got.
yeah, I got nothing.
I don't have much.
Yeah, no, because we mentioned all the other stuff I had already. So that's all I got currently.
Yeah, I got nothing else, guys.
Alrighty. Well,
Yeah, I got nothing either.
I'm gonna say then is that time. So remember next week, Alien Romulus. Catch it. Join us again to discuss.
I think we'll have a fun time talking about that.
I think we will too.
It might be better on a repeat viewing. I don't know.
It very well could be.
Yeah, I haven't watched it since the theater, so I'm with John. I haven't seen it since.
I mean, there were some parts of that movie I fucking absolutely loved. So
Dude, like the 0G scene with all the yeah, that was really cool.
But going through that hallway with all the face huggers, that was
intense.
I hated that. I hated them with the idea that they can only see heat. Nah, it's.
I was fine with that because that's kind of how it goes off the video games. I mean, you played the AVP.
But they also never
you
said that
played
they
the
couldn't,
AVP
so
games,
that's why I'm
right?
like,
Where you started off as the face hugger, and then anybody that like
I don't remember starting off as a face hugger
in the first one, not AVP 2. AVP 2,
Yeah,
you start
I've
off as
had
a
this- I've played
Xenomorph. AVP Gold, you start off as the face hugger, and you gotta crawl through the vents, and then you find one guy who's just chilling in the office, and then you work your way up to a chest burster, and then from a chest burster, you gotta go around killing rats and shit, and then from there you turn into a full size Xeno.
Oh shit, you might be right. It's been 30 years since
I mean, gold is you're talking what, 97 on PC, so yeah, it's been a minute. But that's some games I would love for them to fucking remaster. Dude, that would be, I would buy those in a fucking heartbeat.
Can you get those on Steam?
Possibly. But I want what's their name? Who just like did the thing and shit. That's their whole niche is just remastering older games, dude. And I just picked up Shadow Man and they did that.
Dude,
It's
I saw that.
fantastic.
I saw that on sale on the PlayStation Store, and I almost grabbed that, and then I found Phasmophobia.
I mean, dude, I picked it up for $7 and I have been having a blast with it. It's I forgot how hard of a game it was, dude. And I'm like, man, I was playing this back in fucking on 64 as a kid, not knowing fucking shit.
I also almost grabbed that Jurassic Park game collection.
I saw that was on
it's
sale
like 12.
too.
It's on $12. I'm like, but I really want to play it for the Switch. I don't know why.
That's fair. Alrighty. Well, if we are ready to go, Bob, if you want to start us off, brother.
This is your killing machine, Bobby Amone, saying we'll see you next week for Alien Romulus. So watch it, join us, share us, and we love you. We'll see you next week.
This is your host with the ghost, the prince of the paranormal, the Duke of the Dead, the Dean of the Deceased. I almost forgot what I call myself, but I am Lord Scuba Cabra, aka Scuba fucking Steve. And, you know, we're already 2 months into 2025, so listen out for a new episode of Somewhat Supernatural dropping sometime this week.
Nice.
This is your Dark Wood of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy, way down yonder in the Chattahoochee, saying, join us next week for our Valentine's celebration of Alien Romulus. By the way, we don't have a Valentine's celebration. It just happens to be at the end of that week.
Yeah, it works, right?
You mean the beginning of that week? Oh, no.
Yeah, Valentine's, the end of that week. Not talking, no.
Yeah. It's a bullshit holiday, anyways.
It is.
And I am your not so mean Fluff Master Supreme saying thank you once again, Gorehounds, for joining us for another fantastic episode. You know where to catch us: Facebook, YouTube. Catch us on Podbean and Spotify for our audio, as well as Apple and all that other good shit. Rate and review if you could. Share. Thank you so much for joining us once again. And yeah, stay fresh, cheese bags.
Seymour's penis.